And can you guys speak real quick?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Begin.
There we go. Hey everyone, my name is D'Angelo, and welcome to another episode of Death March, a Call of the Netherdeep campaign from D&D 2024, for better or worse, for how broken they've made certain classes and subclasses, but it's all good. We're here to have fun and maybe drink a little bit, depending on the situation and all that, so I'm excited to play with my dear friends. Before we get into the actual campaign, let's go ahead and have everyone go around the room to introduce themselves and a little bit about your character and a lot about you. And then we'll start off right to left with Adam.
Oh no, I was looking a little bit about the campaign and a little bit about me.
Yeah, who you are, what you do, and then your character.
Yeah. Okay. I am playing myself, Adam. And God, sorry. I was wholly unprepared to talk about myself at all. I'm here. I am playing Harrison Ford, and I am a bard of dance and leisure. And yeah, that's all I got. I don't know what else we're doing here.
No, you're good. That was great. All right, perfect. And then after that is Jen.
I'm Jen. I'm the Zelda on all things internet, and I am playing Edie, who is a Shatterkai monk, who's currently mostly out of key points.
Amazing. And then after that is Benji.
Hi, I'm Benji. You can find me on the interwebs at Chance47 on all the different socials, although I think we're boycotting them all now except for Blue Sky, so check me out there. And I am playing Zeke Craven, who is a warlock with a past that includes burlesque. And that's all I'm going to say.
Amazing. And then Isabel.
Can't wait to see that burlesque come back into play. I am Isabel. You can find me all over the internet at IsabelIsOK. Today I am playing your resident tiefling Order of Scribes wizard who is out of second level spell slots. Let's go. Name
You
Fox,
don't
though.
need those. Yeah, it is fine. All right, perfect. And then my name is D'Angelo. Welcome to my channel. I'll be Dungeon Master for this entire campaign and dear friend to everyone until I kill the characters. And then maybe feelings will change. But until then, we keep going. So, yeah. Right now, what we're going to do is offer it up to someone to give the recap for what happened last session. If you do, then you'll get a point of heroic inspiration. Also, I can't remember if I told you guys this, but as being a benevolent dungeon master, to all my players, I gave a point of heroic inspiration as a Christmas gift. So if I haven't told you that yet, you all have a point of inspiration right now. If you give the recap, you'll be able to stack that point of heroic inspiration to have 2. Otherwise, you only get a maximum of 1. So keep that in mind and feel free to use it if you need to. And does anyone want to give the recap?
I'll do it if no one else wants to, but I've done it the last couple times. So if someone else wants it.
I feel completely unprepared. My recap was what I said in the group chat, which was like, we fought a fart monster. We farted a fart monster.
Not
That's
wrong.
it.
Not wrong.
Yes, that's what I've got.
Not wrong.
Amazing. Yeah, Isabel, if you want to take the reins, go for it.
Okay. I mean, honestly, it's not that much more complicated than what Jen said. We started off on the road, going through the sort of desert landscape on our way to the Aurora Watch, on our way to Bazzoxan. And we were attacked by a Gloomstalker. So I believe we started off the last session with that fight, like immediately going into that fight.
We had 3 fights.
So we fought the Gloomstalker and some little creepy zombie guys who were, I think, summoned by the Gloomstalker. Unclear. Yeah. And everyone made it out relatively okay, except for Edie, who got a big bite taken out of her.
She's fine.
But we were able to defeat them, heal up a little bit, and move on. We did not have time to short rest, but we did run into a bit of a sandstorm and also a fight with a very smelly demon who was surrounded by a choking fog. And the reason we sought them out was because we heard some members of the Overwatch actually asking for, like, crying out for help. We saw them in trouble, basically fighting for their lives, and we came to their rescue. And
did we hear the choking fog safety word, or?
We did not.
Oh, okay, fair.
Wow. Oh my God.
We did not. It was a non-consensual choking fog. Not okay. So we killed that demon. And yes, and then so we battered, bruised, exhausted, made our way with the help of the Overwatch guiding us. We made our way much more quickly to the gates of Bazzoxan, which is where we are now.
Perfect. Okay, good. Thank you for that. You get that point of heroic inspiration. Nice job. And okay, so in this situation, you guys end up getting over to Bazzoxan. So Bazzoxan is this settlement, this town that rests just outside the Betrayer's Rise, which is this super horrible sort of keep where all these terrible things are. If you are not from the area and not proficient in history, then you may not know of this. Like, you may have heard rumors, but you don't have any fine details of it. If you're proficient in history, you would have some knowledge sort of this place, and that it's gnarly. And the Aurora Watch are the ones who actually safeguard it from the public. Make sure they keep demons in and they keep intruders out, and they kind of just operate here. Very dangerous sort of territory that you've arrived here. And these the guards that you guys had saved throughout the patrol, no doubt you saved their lives, because this the demon that they were fighting was just destroying them at that point. And then thankfully you guys, accompanied by your rivals, which is an overwhelming amount of support, and was able to turn the tide against them. So as you slew this demon, the choking sort of like a dust storm was still overwhelming you guys. And they had said, listen, we're going to guide you over. We still need to do our patrols and make sure these roads are safe, because we don't know if there's any more travelers traveling down this way. But we're going to point you to the right direction and just keep going down there. You're going to find the entrance to the settlement, and then they'll let you in and all that kind of stuff. So just continue from there. But don't stop for anything. Just keep on heading through. And as they tell you that, they're all like coughing, choking, tending to their sort of wounded, but ultimately they part ways with you, and you have a good direction as to where to go. You succeed in all checks because you have an idea of exactly the landmarks and everything. As you get to the actual gates, you guys are kind of looking back at your group and as well as the rivals, and you can find that there's a level of exhaustion that's washed over all of you. Even though you have like about 10 of you or so that are all here with your own unique abilities and everything like that, the battle has taken its toll. I can't imagine if it was just you guys on this journey and what that would have been like. But as you guys get to this area, as you're coughing and sort of like trying to see through this sort of storm, you end up finding that there are 3 individuals that appear, one of which seems to be a military officer of some sort, as they have a fancier looking helmet than the others. They have these like mouth sort of guards, or a cloth over their face to protect them from the elements. And you see their silhouettes mostly, out of all this kind of stuff. And you also hear the sounds of like this weird sort of, I guess there's a lot of words I could use, but the only one that comes to mind right now is gibbering. You hear this like sound of sort of gibbering that comes through. It doesn't sound like anything that's sensical. Just like different weird sounds and words that kind of sound like, a language of some sort that you never heard of before. And then you see the silhouette of these things, and they don't look humanoid at all. They're like mounds of sort of flesh, and sort of they wriggle and writhe around. And you hear a voice call out. It seems to be a feminine voice of authority, and she calls out and goes, be wary. There are demons here. Whether you fight or flee, do one or the other, but quickly. As she calls out to you, there's it seems to be this woman that seems to be a military officer, and then 2 guards that are at her sides. They seem exhausted. They don't seem wounded though. Like they've been in a lot of fights, but maybe this is a fresh encounter for them. And you end up seeing this sight here as you all get through here, and you see the gates of Bazzoxan beyond them. And you clock from the description given that it seems like this woman is Varen Thalos. All right, Thalos?
Yeah, Thalos, yeah.
Thalos, okay. Varen Thalos, the one you're looking for and all that kind of stuff. This drow sort of woman, she's tall, she's very swole and everything like that. Might be single, you don't see a ring from this situation. And then, all right, cool. So you get to the situation. And as you're at the situation, you immediately see that there's a divide in the group as Bill will turn to the others and go like, this is an overwhelming amount of demons. Like if that was one demon and it took all of us to take it down, we've already fought so much today. Maybe we should take their opportunity to flee into town. Now, as you're here, you hear the sounds of a bell that's ringing, and it seems to be a call to arms. And a lot of people beyond even the gates are running for shelter. Soldiers are getting to different places. It seems like they're being assaulted in different areas. So this isn't the only area where there's a fight going on. And that's kind of the descriptors you guys have here. Other people in the group, Esteban would be like, you can flee if you want to. I will stay and help them. That's the least I can do for being able to get guidance from the patrol and everything like that. And there's just a little bit of a discourse between you guys. So how do you guys react to the situation?
I have the feat quick study, which means I can take the study action as a bonus action. Can
Sure.
I do some sort of check to see what are a quick scan of what our odds are of fleeing without having to engage, or if it would be better to just more advantageous to just try to fight it out? I want to kind of get a gauge on our chances.
Yeah, for sure. So what you recognize is that in this situation, if you were to help them out, it would ensure victory without any losses and everything like that. However, these demons don't look like they're weak in any capacity. Now, they seem they're very, not a large creature, but they're large, solid mounds of flesh that seem to have teeth and eyeballs in various areas that are just gibbering and kind of swiping and slashing at these soldiers. And the soldiers don't seem to shy away from these demons. They seem trained to deal with them, but nevertheless, it's still going to be a solid fight for them. Of these three soldiers, Varen absolutely seems the most competent, as they have no fear in their sort of sight. Their blade looks magically enchanted, and they seem like they do this for breakfast, essentially. So to answer your question in a short form, if you walked away from this fight, most of them would survive. If you stayed in this fight, they would all survive, but it would be still a solid encounter and fight.
I think I will turn to Edie, who's the only one of us who's hurt, and I will say, if we fight it out, everyone can make it out. Are you okay to fight? Because you're the most hurt.
I'm good. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna fight. But unless I turn to the rest of the group, unless someone else has something.
My question would be: you said it sounds like there's fights happening elsewhere as well.
Yes.
Around this, on the outside of the city, I think.
Well, outside or inside of the city?
It's not
inside the city. Yeah.
Oh, inside the city. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. From what you can gather, the call to arms is for the residents to flee to secure buildings deeper into the city, and the guards to go to the exterior of the settlement to ward off demons that are trying to get in. It seems like this isn't a surprise or a shock to these soldiers. It's something that happens to the settlement frequently enough that they have a system in place, and the residents seem like, whoop, it's 2:00 on a Tuesday. What do we expect? And then they kind of just.
It's like when the tornado siren test happens on the first Wednesday of the month at noon. You're like, it's this again.
Oh my god.
That might be a strictly Midwest experience. Maybe
Right, yeah,
people did not
definitely
understand that. That's fine, anyways. I was like, yeah, everyone knows that. And then I saw the faces and I went, never mind. This is...
Well, I mean, we had earthquake drills when I was a kid, so.
There you go.
Can't imagine. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess what my assessment would be is if it looks like they're gonna be fine here based on the sounds I can hear, is there somewhere else we'd be more helpful? Is the assessment I'm trying to make.
So so Esteban will be to speak plainly with you. Your rivals are going to do the opposite of what you do in this situation. So if you choose to flee, they will stay and fight. Here. If you choose to stay and fight, they will flee into the city. Now, Esteban will represent this narrative, and he will turn to you guys and go, how are you guys feeling about everything? Because it sounds like they might need more help inside the actual city, so we're going to see how we can make use. And then Bill will kind of back it up, like, yeah, we're going to see how we can help out away from the situation and in there, beyond the big walls and all that kind of stuff. And I'm sure there's a way we can make ourselves useful and everything. And yeah.
Do we need to have a side huddle? Our main big huddle, side huddle.
I'm just gonna stand up from where I've been sitting on this wagon and be like, I'm gonna help out here. Why don't you guys go check out what's going inside? And I'm gonna hop down from the wagon and I'm just gonna start towards.
Yeah, I think we're fighting unless you guys have a.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go.
Okay. So, from the first time in a while, you split up from your rivals. As you say, we're going to help out these soldiers right here. You guys go and do what you feel is necessary and all that kind of stuff. Or maybe Moro says that, And then Esteban goes understood, fight well. As they...
Morris is just go away.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Morris is still embarrassed from being on the other side of the fight.
Morris is tired. Morris is fine. And then you, as long as you're not here.
Amazing. So in the situation, they take the flight option. So they go ahead and skirt around the combat, and then are able to actually get to the inside of Bazzoxan, for better or for worse. And let me just mark you guys up here. There we go. And then, okay, what we're gonna do now is everyone's favorite. I need an initiative check for you guys.
Okay, and remember that I have my weird thing where we can swap initiatives if someone feels strongly in a different direction. Okay.
I have been rolling so bad for initiative. That's a 6 for Foxglove.
Jesus.
And maybe that's the dice would tell you a story, because at this point, Foxglove enters here, and you, Foxglove, would recognize their house sigil that is clearly of their Aurora watch, and then next to it as House Thalos, that is there, that shines bright, and you look upon them, you definitely recognize them for sure. Maybe you didn't know them by name prior, but you definitely have seen them before in the past. And then, okay. Let me see if I have everyone.
I have a 16.
16. There we go. And then I have, and then Foxglove, what was your roll?
6.
6. There we go. And then everything else looks good here. Let me go ahead and start this off. Okay. So, A is going to go. So with this, this creature right here is going to shimmy up to this guard, and they are going to go ahead and strike. Okay. Yeah. Wow, I'm so slow. That's a natural 20. Cool. All right. Awesome. So, oh shit. All right.
I could silvery barbs.
It's up to you. This is a nameless NPC. I mean, it will have a name if you ask.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
They're just 7 months pregnant. No worries.
I'm gonna silvery barbs.
Jesus.
I'm gonna silvery barbs, and I'm gonna give my advantage. I gave my advantage to Edie.
Okay, and then let me see here.
So disadvantage for that crit.
Disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's a 17 versus AC, which will end up still hitting.
Hey, at least it's not crit damage.
It's not. It's not crit.
and Edie, you have advantage now, so.
It could be 10d6 instead of 5d6.
Oh yeah.
And let me see here.
Yeah, what are the rules for the advantage you just gave me? Is it just like I have advantage for like a round? Like, did I have to
It's
use
your
once in a
next
round?
attack. I
Next
believe.
attack. Okay, great.
Attack roll, ability check, or saving throw within
cool.
1 minute. So whatever your next roll is.
And it's like, and within 1 minute, I can.
Yeah, so
I
if
can
you
hold
can, it's whenever your next one is though, so you can't save it.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that is 22 points of damage. Let me just check the notes here for. Do they kick-
Does it not matter? Do they die anyway?
Yeah, you lied to us.
Yeah, remember when you said if you stay here, there will be no losses? I remember that.
Ooh, that is.
It'll be
so
fine.
Weird.
I can. We don't have any healers right here, do we? That's okay.
No.
Lucia
Paladin
was
is
a-
not
oh,
here
wait.
today.
Yeah, that's
I
okay.
have a healing word.
Oh,
Okay.
Harrison has.
Moros
Okay.
is
Not
still going to
great.
be able to contribute despite their player not being here. Yeah, it just
Okay, great.
my hard and fast rule is that if the player's not here, the character cannot die. So it won't be a TPK this session at least. So.
I like how the next session is just Jay shows up.
Yes.
Just the Moro show.
All right, so they are down.
Okay, great.
And okay, but that was 22 points damage, like right off the bat. So that was a hard.
Unconscious or dead?
Unconscious. Yeah. Let's see here. And after that is going to go ahead and be Zeke.
No trickery. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast the one that just attacked that soldier.
That one? Okay.
Yeah, A. I'll Eldritch Blast A.
Perfect.
Does a 18 hit?
Let me check really quick. And 18 will hit. Absolutely, yeah. Now, you recognize that they seem to be just mounds of flesh. Absolutely not fast at all. It seems like they just creep on the ground, slowly getting to there. So hitting them is not going to be an issue, it seems like.
Okay. And I hit for 8 points of damage.
All right, perfect. Any specialty with your Eldritch Blast? Repelling or anything like that?
Nope. Just a good old-fashioned shot of magic.
Perfect. You know, I have these things. I may as well use them.
You don't have to.
Pew.
Oh, that was cool. Never mind, do that.
Right?
that was
That's
neat.
fun.
That was cute.
Ooh,
Very
fun.
cool. And then after that is Edie. Edie, how do you want to
Zeke, are you
destroy?
moving?
No. Actually, I think I'm in a good spot for right now.
Cool.
I will look at Harrison and say, do you got the downed guy or do you want me to get him?
Oh, I thought he already died.
Okay, I'm going to run. I think he is, that looks like 60 feet away. So I will use my bonus action, Step of the Wind, to dash. And I will get here and still have 20 feet worth of movement available to me. So what I would like to do, D'Angelo, is use some of that movement to scoot this guy like back a little bit, so that way I can put myself between him and this gibbering mound of flesh.
Sure. Yeah.
And as I grab him to do that, I kind of like reach up a little bit higher. And the way I've been doing the thing where I'll like pluck some shadow and kind of coalesce that to throw it, I will like reach up and grab some sunlight and coalesce that. And as I touch him, I will cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, nice.
Which is 2d8. Yeah, I get 2d8 plus 4 Where are my d8s? That's one of them. Where's the other one? Okay, there it is. So he's gonna get just 11 points back, but I will cast that and then move him out of the way, so that way I have positioned myself.
You say
as a
just,
barrier.
but that's their whole hitbox. Their hit
There
points.
we go. Perfect.
That's amazing. You see that there are grievous bite wounds that are over them, like where the different rows of sort of teeth just like gnashed and gnarled into them, and then their flesh mends immediately as the sunlight hits it, and the color returns to their cheeks as they give a huge gasp of breath. And all right, and then after that, or anything else for you?
No, I think that'll do it. Actually, if I can retcon slightly, I'm gonna be on this side of him, so that way then I can more
Sure.
easily get to everyone else as needed. But yeah, that was action, bonus action, and my movement, so I'm good.
All right. This other gibbering mouther goes and crawls over to this other soldier. Now that they've seen what it did to their companion, they're terrified of what's sort of going on here. And this creature tries to bite at them with a 4. Moving on. And then, let's see here. Having a -1 initiative means nothing because they all are going pretty much before all of you guys. So E is going to turn around and see you guys, and they are going to dash. Actually, yeah, they're going to dash for that whole 20 feet of movement. And then after that is B as in Bravo, which will go up to your key NPC that no worries at all. If they die, everything's ruined for the campaign. And
They seem tough. They'll be fine.
And then they're gonna go ahead and try to get a bite off. And get another 4. What the heck? And then
Thank God, because they can one-shot these guards.
let's see here. And then I need Moros's character sheet, so let me pull that up really quick. Moros is going to go ahead and engage with this creature right here. And they're going to use their longsword of justice and friendship. And with a 13 versus AC will hit. We're just going to say they're having 2 hands on their weapon. And they're going to deal 4 points of damage to them. Let me go ahead and get that updated.
Man, a 1 on that D10.
Yep. That was E, so 4. There we go. And then they're also going to just pop their Divine Smite. Oh, nope, they're out of Divine Smites. Never mind. They're all out of their spell slots, so they're just going to go ahead and wait. And then I'm going to go ahead and update this. After that, it's going to go to Harrison. Everyone's favorite Herringon.
Do we know the name of this person? Vernon.
Baron
You do.
Thalos.
Yeah, Varen
We
Thalos.
do.
Yeah.
We were told by our turtle friend. Or
Oh, well,
goblin friend.
gotcha. I guess Harrison is just gonna be like, hey, do they not have like gates? Can we just run in and shut the door behind us? These things don't seem very fast. And then he's gonna shoot at,
And they're just like,
I guess B. Yeah,
Sure.
B. Oh, I rolled damage. God damn it. Hold on, let me roll the hit.
optimistic.
That's a 19,
Absolutely going to hit.
and I got 7 damage.
And just confirm, B is in Bravo?
Yes.
Okay. So 7 damage. There we go. Anything else for you?
I think Harrison's gonna just move a little bit. Where's my ruler? I think he's gonna go over here.
Oh, yeah.
30.
Go-
Yeah, he's
go
gonna
ahead and move
make his way towards the gate. Be like, guys, you know they're just in there and they're already celebrating our victory.
And as you move over or like hop over, you see this creature made of flesh and teeth and eyes begin to crawl over you, seeming to pursue you. You can outrun it for sure. But you know, there's the classic tale of the gibbering mouther and the hare. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then after that is Foxglove.
Okay. I am going to use my last spell slot to try and hit who. Let's see. Maybe I'm gonna go for C.
Okay.
Because there's no one near that guy. So let me see if I need to move up my. Oh, actually, I don't think so. That's 90 feet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can hit him. So I'm gonna roll for chromatic orb. That is an 18.
18 absolutely is gonna hit. Yep.
Okay, and then that's 3d8. And can I use my bonus action study to see if they would be vulnerable to any particular type of elemental damage? Because I'm using chromatic orb.
Yeah, you would. Do you already use that ability, or is it?
Basically, it just means I can use it as a bonus action, but I have to roll. Basically, you let me know what kind of check that you think would be fitting. And also, it doesn't have to be, like, for this if you don't think that makes sense. But basically, I just want to do, like, the study action, which I can find. Yeah, make an intelligence-based check.
Yeah.
Arcana, history, investigation, nature, or religion, depending on what it is.
I would do a nature check. Yeah. So bonus action
Okay.
on the nature check.
And then basically it says, I call to mind an important piece of information about it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be what I asked for if you think that's just an important piece of information.
Yeah, I'll give you, depending on your roll, I'll give you something. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's not a good roll. That's only 6 plus. It's only a 10, so I don't know if I get anything.
With a 10, you recognize that the area around it seems to become difficult terrain as it's like flesh kind of like melts into the ground and kind of grasps at whatever's there. So anything within a 10-foot radius. So Edie's sort of legs are starting to get like taken, and same with Harrison as well, and same with Moros. There's like things that are grasping sort of at them. They're making it difficult terrain. Yeah.
Okay, I will just shout a warning about that, and I will just go for thunder damage, because that feels like a safe kind of damage, and it's 9, 10, 11 points of thunder damage.
11 points. And that was to C as in Charlie?
Yes, he is in Charlie, because he's by that guy who's by
11.
himself.
That was a good hit. Let's see here. There we go. And then anything else for you?
I will maybe move a little bit, and then I will have also Basil move. I'm gonna move like behind Moros, and then can Basil give? Wait, let me see how much movement Basil has. I'm just gonna have Basil move and give someone the help action. So if we want to move past that, I need to check how their movement speed.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then so there's something special that you guys recognize. As let's see here. Let me just check the details of this. All right, so let's see if this creature can do a wisdom saving throw. And that is a 4. Nope, that failed. All right, so love that. On a failure, it was a D8. What is that D8? 4? Okay. Determine what it's doing. 1 through 4, the creature does nothing. So you find that their eyes begin to dilate. This guard right here, next to C, their eyes dilate as they're within the presence of the gibbering sort of mouther. And again, these creatures are like saying weird things in another language. Doesn't really make sense at all, and they're just all at the same time, and it seems to reverberate within the mind of this sort of creature, and they just kind of go slack as they drop their guard, their weapon kind of falls to their side a little bit, and they do nothing during this turn. Varen will also do a... Nope, they're fine. So cool. So Varen's gonna throw hands as they go ahead and use their glaive. They hit every single time, so that's great. And then, holy crap! Oh my god. So 7, 8. So that's 20. Okay. Oh no, that's her. Oh, that's her hand crossbow. Okay, let me do this again. Okay, 5, 9, so that's 14. And then that's 28. All right, so 28 points of damage. So you see that Varen is extremely skilled in the ways of combat as they take their glaive and hack and slash at this creature without any effort at all. And the gibbering mouther sounds a little bit like my son. Yeah, that might there we go. And within one strike, it goes to below 50% health. And then after that is the other guard. So the other guard is going to go ahead and make their wisdom saving throw, which succeeds, surprisingly. And then is going to go ahead and attack, and which will hit. And then they're going to go ahead and, oops, we'll do two-hand. Ah, man. All right, 3. So that's 3 points of damage, which will be on a... Okay, and then after that, it's going to go straight back up to A. So A is going to go ahead and look to Edie and then attempt to strike at Edie.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Which will then be... Oh, thank you. Oh, actually, that is going to be a dirty 20.
That'll hit. That's
okay.
fine.
Its flesh begins to wrap around you, and then its teeth begin to dig into your skin, dealing 16 points of damage.
Great. I'm assuming this is piercing damage.
Piercing damage, yeah.
Great. I'm going to use my reaction to, again, 2024 bullshit. The thing that used to be deflect missiles is now just deflect attack. So yeah. I get to roll to reduce that damage. You said it was going to be 16 points of damage?
Correct.
I reduce it by 11. It's 3 plus 8, so I just take 5 damage.
Okay. And then...
Oh, damn.
Oh, shoot. All right. I missed this last detail, but it's fine. I will. And I need a strength saving throw from you. DC
okay.
10.
You said Nosferatu.
You said, which one? Strength saving?
Yeah, strength saving throw, DC 10.
I got an 18. 16 plus 2.
All right, you're good. Yeah, it tries to like grab the feet from under you to make you prone, but it doesn't work. And then after that is going to be Zeke.
Okay, so we can see. Do I see that something's up with this soldier by C?
You do. It's very apparent. Yeah, they look like they were going to fight for their life, but the moment that they start to stare into all the eyes and listen to what it's all saying, it begins to slack and just kind of like, yeah.
Okay. Perfect. 60. I'm gonna yell at him and be like, "Hey, buddy boy, wake up!" And I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt at the mound of flesh, attacking him. To 24. I assume that
absolutely is gonna hit. Yep.
Let's go.
For 21 damage.
Oof. That's It's a bit excessive, Zeke. You know, I don't know.
This is a spell. And I'm doing it at a second level. And that's lightning damage. I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not.
You don't see it helps or hurts in any way. Yeah, it's just neutral.
Okay, so that's the lightning damage, and
Shouldn't it be? It looks like 32 damage here.
is it?
I don't know how it. How many d12s are you supposed to roll for each level
It's-
of Witch Bolt
It's 2d12
for a level 1?
for a level 1.
Okay, no, then that's
Is
correct.
it? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
20,
then-
yeah, 21 lightning damage. And then, hold on, I'm trying to read bonus action. Oh, but bonus action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically, even if the first attack missed. So
Gotcha.
that's where that extra comes
Okay.
in.
Okay.
So
So that's if
that's
you
actually-
missed. Yeah.
Oh, so
That's
it's
pretty
another
cool.
11.
That's
Did
an
they make
improvement to Witch Bolt.
Yeah, I was like, did they
They
make
made Witch Bolt
good?
even better. Yeah.
But-
Yeah, so that's 32 total damage.
Why not? You know, let's see here. Yeah, that is below 50% health. That's great.
I had opinions
And
on Witch Bolt before. But
On
this is...
on a subsequent attack, it'll just take 1d12 lightning damage no matter what. So next round, if it's still up.
You're just like Emperor Palpatine, just like. It's
Yeah,
passed
and
away.
you see Zeke hanging back with Daisy in his hand, and you see him just with like one little hand like this,
Amazing.
just being like, "Everybody, these guys are really ugly."
So ugly. You hate to see it.
Amazing. And then Edie, my dear friend Edie. You are within range of this gibbering
Yeah,
creature.
that's fine.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. You need a 10 or above to succeed.
I rolled a 9, so
Do you have anything?
yes, I've got a +4. Yeah, I'm good.
right.
So yeah,
Okay.
so I'm at 13. I was like, oh, it's so close. So I think I'm good.
And I will tell you that the ground around you is becoming like, or is difficult terrain. It's becoming dough-like, and the flesh is melding with it and starting to try to grab you. Yeah,
Oh, I hate that.
So nasty.
very Lovecraftian. Very yeah.
Cool. I will intentionally. I'm gonna do a little scoot to over here. I'm never gonna leave the threatened area, so no opportunity attacks. When we get here, so I get a flank, and now I'm just gonna hit the thing because that's what I can do.
Sure, absolutely. Put your fist really close to its mouth.
Yeah, I was like, none of this feels good, but do I actually have something that counts as a monk weapon? Hold on, I might have a stick. I might be able to just hit it with
You
a
should
stick.
start with something.
Sticking with a quarterstaff.
There we go. It says I have a spear. I imagine I don't use the pointy part. I think I just bow staff it.
If you like to, yeah.
Okay, great. And it looks like it follows the same damage things. So, I'll do that. That's that woodness I'm going to use. This is my first time. I'm going to roll my advantage that I have from the
Well,
the
hold
thing.
on. What did you roll for it? What
Well,
was it?
I rolled a what would have been a 9 total.
You hit.
Okay.
They're just big piles of flesh.
Never
Yep.
mind. I don't think I've ever seen anything with an
Right?
AC lower
I-
than
They're
10. That's
just
incredible.
big piles of flesh.
Okay, yeah. Because I got a 3 on the die. I was like, there's no way that does it. Okay,
You just
great.
can't miss. I
Okay,
guess.
beautiful. So I'm gonna whack it. So it will take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, and 9 points. Okay.
And then why not? Like if it's still this one's not even at half yet. So yeah, I will do a nice little flurry of blows. So that'll be an 11, which hits apparently.
Yep.
And a 9 again. God, they were all garbage, but they all work. So
Hey, 9 is a solid hit. Yep, that's 18 total. So that's
So
good.
that's 5 points and then 8 points. So an additional 13 points of damage
13,
to this
okay.
thing.
And then perfect. So it is below 50% health.
Okay,
That's
great.
great. Okay, so I am being summoned by my wife to help out to put the baby down. So we're gonna go ahead and take our break, and then after that, these 3 gibbering mouthers are gonna go ahead and try to devour your characters, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a wonderful time. Yeah.
Wait, we already killed 2 of them? Yay! No.
I don't know about
we
that.
We'll just do that while D'Angelo's gone. We'll clean that up. It'll
Don't
be
worry
fine.
about it.
I don't remember that. Yeah. All right. I will see you guys in just a little bit, and BRB. Hey everyone, welcome back.
Hello.
We're gonna continue our encounter with these super chill gibbering mouthers, and the next one up is C, as in Charlie. So this one right here is going to attempt to devour this guard, and
Even after I attacked it?
even after you attacked it. Yep. With does it stun or anything like that?
No.
It's just okay, yeah. Yeah, you see that
lightning
it's
damage.
it's definitely below 50% health, but not dead yet. And it is going to go ahead and try to bite at this creature with a 7. Moving on. So it's like feast or famine with these creatures. It's great. It's wonderful. And so E is going to be right in front of Moros. So they are going to same thing. Go ahead and do the bite attack. And that is going to be a 13. And then after that is B. So B is right here near Varen. Varen is going to go ahead and same thing, do the bite attack. And that's a 9. Moving on. So Moros. So Moros is so close to this creature. They are going to go ahead and do a wisdom saving throw. And they only had a +1 modifier, so they get an 18. Doesn't matter. So they're going to go ahead and use their longsword to swing and get a 21. And then they're going to do 10 points of damage to them. And they also have sap, which is if you hit a creature with a longsword, that creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of your next turn. So let me go ahead and factor that in. And there we go. And that was 10 points of damage to E. Yeah. All right, cool. And then after that is Harrison. Harrison, I need you to do a wisdom. Yeah, I need you to do a wisdom saving throw.
Harrison loves these.
Oof, 17. You're good. Yeah. You technically still are in difficult terrain, so the first movement will be 10, and then after that will be 5.
Okay, yeah. I was going to do a bonus action, but I think he'll just eat it and move. I'm going to move away a bit. Which way, though? I'll go up next to Edie. It's like, hey, yeah, those are the B team is in there. They're proclaiming that I don't know what I'm trying to say. They're taking credit for our beating these monsters already. And then he's gonna shoot something.
They're definitely at a tavern drinking margaritas. You can already see
What
it.
are you?
I'm sure it's totally fine in there.
I'm trying to punch this thing between different gaps of teeth, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Listen,
You just hear from
they're
the
getting
distance.
off easy.
In the distance, you hear Bill just be like, "Bottomless mimosas, sign me up. We gotta defend this tavern."
Someone animate that. Build a rival. Getting brunch.
A spray of cards at D for donkey. Well, that's just damage. Fuck. What's
A dex save.
Yeah, it's a dex
Dex
save.
save 13.
Sorry.
Okay, so dex save of 13.
They don't seem dexterous.
They
These
definitely
mounds of
don't
flesh.
seem it. With a -1 modifier, chances are not good. 13. So, beats it. All right, cool. You just see the
damn.
giant amount of flesh be like, "Wah," and then it just like touch.
I feel like the
half
cards
damage.
just like sink into its flesh and
Right.
don't hurt it. It's just
like,
like
bop.
the mouths
Yeah.
all just eat it.
Well, hold on. It's half damage on
Okay,
on
okay.
save, so it's
It's
that 7?
50. Yeah, so it's 7
Yeah,
damage.
7. Okay, and that's D. That's 7. And then that means it is going to orange.
God damn it! I gotta get different cards.
You're like, I need those back. And then anything else for you? All right. And then what do you know? It's D. So now it is going to. Huh. Okay. That's cool. All right. So, yep, that looks good. All right, cool.
Perfect.
Let me go ahead and just get a little action here. Try to have it do a little burst. Blah. All right. And then, so what's going to happen is that they are going to go ahead and spit at you. And it's just weird, gnarly sort of loogie that it vomits onto you and everything like that. And it hits your square. And it says, each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. So I need both Edie and also Harrison to do a dexterity saving throw, which I think you guys are both good at. So I don't have any worries about this.
It normally would be good. I got a 13.
13 is exactly what you needed. So you
Oh,
needed
good.
15 for the hair.
Then you're good. You definitely recognize that as it spit this out, it's like a weird chemical sort of glob, and it explodes in a blinding flash of light. And you're quick enough to like close your eyes during it, but had you not been, you definitely recognize it would have blinded you for a while. And then after that is, or actually, it needs to move. So it's gonna. Oh, wait a second. It can get to you. And then, okay, so it is going to do its bite attack on you. For 9 versus AC.
For me?
Yep. All right.
No, that does not hit.
Then it is
Idiot spitting and biting at me. You know I hate that.
and then it's going to be Foxglove. And Foxglove, I need you to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, I can do that.
And then
I like
same
how
with
last
Basil.
time we had fart monsters and now we've got loogie monsters. It's
Yep.
fine.
Demons are great. They're fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I think maybe I failed. Yeah,
Hell
that's an
yeah,
8.
brother.
I'm coming out one end.
That's an
coming out
8
the other.
for me.
All right. So rolling a d8, and you are going to do 7, 8. You're going to make a melee attack against a creature randomly determined within reach, or does nothing if you can't make such attack. So you're going to hit Moros with a melee attack.
Slap more.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I don't use my actual spells, I'm not gonna do any damage.
Like
to him.
fireball. Ooh, yeah,
I
yeah, go ahead.
have, unless if I just like slash out with a knife, I don't think I'm gonna hit Moros. So, but does that mean I lose my turn? Because
It
that's
does.
what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
you're gonna spend your
Yeah.
whole turn doing that as like it.
Okay,
the voices,
well-
the eyes, it confuses you, and it just believes that you go hysterical for a moment.
Okay, I'm gonna use my weakest attack, which is just my daggers.
And is Basil giving you the help action? Did I hear that right? I'm just gonna
I mean, I have to roll for Basil too, but I just rolled an 18 for my attack.
18. You hit. Go ahead and roll
I
that
think
damage.
I do hit. It's 1d4.
Max damage. Let's go. And I think you have. Are you proficient with daggers? Because we can apply Nick if you want. We can just go ahead and.
I am proficient with daggers. It how much? I never use these. It's 1d4 plus 2 damage. So 5 damage to
5
Moros.
damage. Okay. So
Oh.
5 damage.
I know.
And then when you make the
Let me
extra-
roll for Basil to see if Basil's probably 12 plus, which was wisdom. 12, but 13 for Basil.
They're good. Yeah, they totally.
That's
can do.
hilarious.
So then, with your dagger, you take another attack. So go ahead and roll another attack against Moros, due to the light property.
Oh, right.
What?
So this one, well, because I have 2.
Oh, okay.
I can use my offhand, so this will only be 1d4. 17 plus 4. I hit again.
Yep,
my
go to roll that
God.
damage.
Stab
him in the jugular.
It's not plus 2 now. It's or plus 4.
Just,
It's just 1d4, and I rolled a 4. I just did
All
9 damage to Mora.
MVP, let's go. All right.
That
Damage on the board.
That sucks. I will have Basil give Moros the help action on their turn.
Okay. And then after that, our allies. So therein, let me see here. Gizlian is incapacitated. Each creature that starts its turn within 20 feet of the Mouther can hear the gibbering, must succeed on DC 10 Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, they can't take reactions. And okay, so they have to do it every time. All right, so Varen is going to go ahead and roll their Wisdom and get an 18. They're totally fine. And they're going to go ahead and strike 3 times with their glaive. So that's a natural 20 starting off. So that's going to go ahead and be
Hell yeah.
a 9, 11, so that's 20, and then 27, and then an extra d10. So let's see here. So that's 27 to B. Actually, that might be enough. Let me see. It is not enough, actually. To B. Yeah. So 27. Oh, okay. So we need 1d10 more. And that is going to be 10 damage. All right, this thing's dead. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So you see that the gibbering, the Varen is extremely skilled in the ways of the glaive, and spins and sort of slashes like it's Dynasty Warriors, and just like destroys this actual. Oh, Dynasty Warriors actually makes sense. And then destroys this creature, and then after that, they go like, "Don't worry, I'm coming." As they
Go help their friend. Go help your friend.
Yeah,
no!
go help your friend.
actually, that's true. They're
alone.
alone. They're alone over here, so they're gonna help out. Yeah. Like, don't worry, Steve. I'll help you. And
Help, please! Someone save Steve.
Yeah. Justice for Steve.
and then this guard right here is gonna go ahead and make a Wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god, I hope it fails and then attacks Varen. That'd be very funny.
18. So they actually
Okay.
are gonna attack. So that's good. And then so that's 9. Yep, exactly what they needed. And then 4 points of damage. So that's great. So let's see. All right, and then the other guard is gonna go. They're gonna take their Wisdom saving throw and get a 10 right out of the money. So they're gonna go ahead and do their attack, which is 13, which will hit, and then 5 points of damage to A. So that is great. And then, okay. After your allies go, it'll now be A. So A is going to look. They're going to look to Edie, and then they're going to go ahead and try to bite Edie.
Do it.
And that's an 11. Moving on.
That does not.
And then Zeke, it is your turn.
All right, so bonus action Witch Bolt damage.
Okay.
I already have it applied to C, so it's just on each of your subsequent turns, you can take a bonus action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically.
All right.
So that is 5 damage to C. And I'll follow it up with an Eldritch Blast to C.
Classic. We love it.
As my main action. That's a 19.
Absolutely is going to hit.
For 15 damage.
That's exactly what you needed. Do you want to describe how you destroy this creature?
Yeah, so I think Zeke's still standing in the back and he's petting Daisy and he kind of looks up and he's like, is that thing still not dead yet? And he does this little witch bolt thing and it's still alive and he's like, God damn it, fine. And he sets Daisy down and he does like one of these like with his Eldritch Blast.
Amazing.
And
it
just
does so.
like pierces through it and it's like, God, that should not have been this difficult.
And then there's just like Varen gets there right about to help, and then it explodes on their armor and gets in their hair and into their mouth a little bit, and then
Zeke is like, "You're welcome."
amazing. And then Edie, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Do.
10 or
Wow. Oh, that's a 9.
All right, let me
Wait. With your modifier?
Yes, it was a 3 on the die.
That's what I love to hear. All right, let me go ahead and roll this bad boy, and
This D20 is really betraying me. You're gonna go away.
you're gonna. All right, I need you to hit Harrison in the face.
Oh, that's very bad. This is not like the wizard.
Wait, isn't it random? She's next to a demon and Harrison.
Let me see here.
It should be random. It should be 50-50.
Yeah,
creature
totally
makes
random.
A
Harrison.
melee attack against a randomly determined creature. Randomly
Randomly
right?
determined.
So odds and evens. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll a 1d4. We're gonna see how this goes. And even is gonna be Harrison. Odd is going to be the other creature. And it was a 4. So even is Harrison. So go ahead and
All right.
Oh.
Harrison, you have a backup character, right? Kellogg?
This can be
I
fine.
can.
It'll be fine. It'll
pose
be fine. It'll be
disadvantage.
fine.
That is a dirty 20. So,
Doesn't hit. Oddly, yeah.
Oh,
okay, I was
really?
like,
Does
that
it?
would be great.
It'd be crazy.
Okay.
You need blurry
I can take
flows
it.
soon as well.
Hey, yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, is the wording of confusion? I just take my attack action. I don't have to like. This isn't like a dominate monster kind of situation
On
where I
a
have
7
to
or
do
8,
all of
the
the
creature
things.
makes a melee attack against a randomly determined creature. So
Just a
I just
singular
single melee
melee
attack, but it eats
attack.
your whole
Perfect,
turn.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, and I rolled a 1 on the die, so you just take 5 damage. Is totally fine. You can tell my heart's not in it. I don't really want to do it.
You're like, as long
Harrison is hurt
amazing.
emotionally.
Perfect. And then C is dead. Okay, cool. And then E will go ahead and they're gonna try to attack Moros again. Come on, E, you got this. And they're gonna go ahead and get a 7. Cool. And then after that is Moros. So Moros is gonna go ahead and do make a wisdom saving throw. Friendship and justice with an 18, no problem at all.
Oh, I was like, Moros might get revenge on Fox Club, and that could get bad real fast.
Natural 20, so that's great. And then,
Let's go.
So they're gonna roll their so that's 11, and then plus another d10. He's going to be 4, so that's 15 damage total against E. 15. Perfect. And they're just like, Foxglove, get your shit together. And then Harrison, I need you to do a wisdom saving throw for me.
All right.
I hope you fail and hit me back. I hope you, after you were so upset.
Just slap fighting.
21, all right. You
But
have control of your
question.
character. Do you want to attack Edie?
Well, does Harrison recognize that Edie was under a spell? Or, like,
You definitely
under
recognize. Yeah, you definitely. She's under duress for sure. You definitely recognize that all of these creatures they're doing something to your minds, and it's trying to penetrate your mental defenses, and you're able to keep it together. But it's yeah. And you even see like there's a blur for all the creatures around here that they kind of look like gibbering mouths. They're like becoming silhouettes that look very odd, but you have enough consciousness to understand who's Edie and who's the gibbering mouth. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Where? Oh, I'm right next to. Oh, actually, I have a feat. I can just move away. I
You just
think.
hop, use your hop thing.
No, not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna move.
Oh, did you take mobile?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
15
very
feet
good.
away this way.
Okay.
I'll eat the attack
Difficult
of
terrain, or
opportunity,
oh, you're gonna eat it. Okay. So
but
let
it's
me-
at disadvantage because of something. Speedy.
Speedy. Okay, so disadvantage, bite going out, and that disadvantage roll is going to be a 15 versus AC.
Nope.
All right,
The
you're
16
lucky. You're
He's a
so
stout little
lucky.
boy.
Amazing. And then, okay, anything else for you?
Yeah, he's gonna shoot a crossbow at A for Apple
Okay.
next to Edie.
11 hits.
It's an 11.
Yep.
And he's gonna try to get it as close to Edie without hitting Edie and hitting the mouth.
For a moment, there's a
Just gonna scare her a little bit.
Yeah. Edie, I know it's not you, but in case it is you, just know.
Edie is now questioning everything about your grudge against Aarakocras right now, seeing how you have interpreted this situation.
That's a 9 piercing.
All right, you take out multiple eyes on this creature, and it's still up, but just barely. Anything else for you?
I have a bonus. Can I bonus attack? No, I don't think so. No, that's everything.
Okay.
Yes.
They're gonna go right here next to Edie, and they're gonna attempt to bite Edie. And that is a 6. Moving on.
Let's go.
And then after that is Foxglove. I need that wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, I also remembered I
10 or
have
above.
2 points of inspiration, so I need to remember to use
That's
them
true,
if
you
I
do.
fail. Okay, but maybe that's a 15 total?
That works. Yep, that's good.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to use one of my cantrips.
Okay.
And I'm also going to use an Order of Scribes ability. So I'm going to use the cantrip Claws of Darkness. So shadows like gather at my hands that are like dripping inky like darkness. But then I'm going to use my Order of Scribes ability to change the damage type. So they start to like glow with moonlight and they will do radiant damage because I have True Strike as a cantrip. So I'm using the Order of Scribes ability to change the damage type of a spell that is of the same level.
Oh yeah.
But I still have to roll to hit with this. And I'm concentrating on it.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Yep, that'll hit.
Nice.
So that's 2d10. Where's my other d10? This is a d10, this is a d10. Okay, so that is 11 radiant damage.
11 radiant damage. All right, so that
To
is
E, the one next to Moros, because it has a 10-foot reach as well.
perfect. And that
And
does. Cool.
I'm just gonna take a step back.
Amazing. And then why?
I didn't like not being. I didn't like hitting Moros. I felt really bad about that.
So Varian is going to go ahead and stay where they are and get their crossbow, and they're going to look to Steve and just be like, get it together, as they, knock their sort of bolt, aim it towards A, and then goes ahead and lets it loose. So as they do so, it is going to be a 13, which will hit, and then they're going to go ahead and deal 7 points of damage plus 28. So that is 35 against A, which is gonna kill it. So it just blows its head off, and then after that, let me see, Varian. Oh, okay. They're going to do one hand crossbow attack. All right, that's fine. They're also going to move forward. Try to get over here. There we go, to help out. And then after that will be the guard. The guard is going to go ahead. Do they have any ranged abilities? Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. They're going to head over here, and they're going to take their spear, and they're just going to chuck it. And that way they don't have to get close. And they get a 4, and it goes a miss. And then almost hits Edie. And then the guard over here is
A lot of
going
that going around.
is going to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw. 16, totally fine. They're going to go ahead and try to hit with a 22, not a crit. And then that'll be 9 points of damage to D. All right, and then after that, it's gonna go all the way back up to A. A is dead. Never mind. It's gonna go to Zeke.
Zeke is going to Eldritch Blast E.
Okay.
I definitely thought you said Edie, and I was like, what the fuck?
Zeke, Edie? No, E. And Zeke is going to be like, hey guys, after this, can we get a drink?
God, yes, please.
I spit out some blood. I'm like, yes, please.
Okay. And then I'll Eldritch Blast E. Dirty 20.
Absolutely hits.
For 12 points of damage.
12 damage to E. That is great. Still up, but just barely. And then, anything else for you?
No, but I keep forgetting I have Daisy.
Okay.
And I've never played with a familiar before. What can I have her do?
You just pull up the character sheet for what they are, and then you can essentially do those abilities on your turn. So because you haven't moved Daisy, I will let you retroactively move your familiar wherever you wanted to, which I assume is to E, and then you can try to make a bite attack, which I think they have a poison or something like that associated with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do a bite attack.
Is this with a Find Familiar spell?
Yeah.
I don't think they can attack.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so maybe it is different.
But they can
Yeah, I
do.
think it's just
But they can
spell.
do. But they can do every other action. So they can do dash, disengage, dodge, help, hide.
Okay.
I think they can do like every other kind of action.
Gotcha.
I
So
think
maybe
you
like
can
help or something.
You can
Help,
cast
yeah.
Could
touch
we
spells through them.
Yeah, you
but-
can. Yeah, you can also cast a touch spell through your familiar.
Gotcha.
So if
So
you
more
have
like a
a touch
utility
spell,
than a damage
Okay,
dealer. Gotcha.
so can't attack. Basil's already helping Moros, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Can I have Daisy have moved to where Edie is
Sure. Yeah.
to give Edie the help action?
Hell yeah. Could use it at this rate.
Varen's like, oh, spider. And I was like, okay. All right. And then with that, Edie, I need a wisdom saving throw. It's just a 10. You know, you can get above a 10, right?
When I get the help action, do I get advantage? Can
Nope.
I? Does that help here? No. So
Yeah, not on saves.
would
You have
like
your
to-
point of inspiration.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Oh, that's right. I didn't end up having to use it. I was like, I used it, but no, I still hit on a 9. Thank God, because that's so much better because I had gotten a nat 1 before, but now I have a
Ooh.
21.
Let's go.
All right. You're fine.
2 extremes. Okay, so now I can hit things. I guess I will hit D because
Okay.
it's here. That is a 16 to
Absolutely
hit.
hits.
So that is 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I will flurry of blows it just to try to make this go away. And that's a 16 to hit.
Oof. Absolutely hits.
And then it'll be, and then a 23 to hit for the other one. So,
Yep.
that'll be, that is an additional 11 points of bludgeoning
11.
damage.
All right. And then, okay, good. Anything else for you?
I believe that does all of my things. Yes. That
Okay.
is it for me.
C is dead. E is still here. So E is going to go ahead and just start to try to mollywop on Moros. They're going to try to bite at Moros. 19, which will hit. And then they're going to go ahead and deal that damage. That sweet, sweet 19 points of damage against Moros. Still alive. Still fine. And then, okay. There we go. And then after that, it's going to go ahead and go. Thankfully, it was a paladin and not a wizard that got hit. So
Our beefiest boy. Although I haven't been hit in any combat, so I'd be fine.
So then,
I still have my temp HP from this morning.
Moros is going to go ahead and do their wisdom saving throw. They get a 14, totally fine. They're going to go ahead and do their long sword. And get a 16, and then roll with 2 hands, which is 4 damage.
Oh,
And
I think they still have advantage from Basil if you want to see if he crits.
sure. Let me see here. And we'll go ahead and roll it again. And that is 13. So, good try. And then after that is gonna go to Harrison. Harrison, my dear friend Harrison, I need you to do a wisdom saving throw.
When you said two-handed, I thought you meant more was just like slapping this thing.
Amazing. 11. You're good. Go take your full turn.
I don't know what he wants to do though.
I mean, everyone's getting within melee range of this creature. I feel like that's one of the best things you can do here.
Probably. What? Pulling something out of my inventory, is that like a full action?
It depends. What, like, using it would be like a bonus action. Like if you're gonna pull out a potion and pop the cork and then drink it, that's a bonus action. But if you're like swapping weapons, then I will let you do that. You know, sort of like.
Like I have like a studded leather in my backpack, kind of like pull that out.
And like
Is
put
that,
it
like,
on
full
mid combat?
action?
No, you cannot do
No,
that
not
within
put
6
it
seconds.
on, just like pull it out of there.
For what
You
reason?
studded leather armor? You should already be wearing that though, right?
Well, no, because then I don't get my bonuses for.
Oh, no, it
Oh,
takes
gotcha.
like 10 minutes to put on armor. and
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want
It's
to
like
put it
a
on. I
whole
just want to
thing.
pull
wave
it out
it
of my
around.
bag. Yeah.
Okay.
For what purpose?
That's distractionary.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
That's fine. We don't have to do it. Okay. He will.
I mean, oh, actually, I'll let you take your turn. Yeah.
What do we got?
You're an experienced D&D player. I will not mansplain to you. So.
DMs play me. It's just a crossbow. This guy, this
Okay.
person, this Mouther, D.
15. You're good. Going to your damage.
Ooh, a whole shiny 6 points of damage.
6 points. Damage is damage. So that is. There we go. Let's confirm. Oh, that was D actually. Hold on. There we go. There we go. It is below 50% health. And then anything else for you?
He's gonna dance a little bit.
Let's go.
There's like a nice. You see this pole here?
Yeah.
He's gonna dance on that, and give his last inspiration to Edie. We're like, hey, maybe this time you'll hit what we're going for, and not me.
I feel like I have disadvantage on my next turn.
Amazing.
We just rolled up to the leader of the Aurora Watch, who is a member of a very prestigious family, and we have had just the most insane showing here in front of them.
We're helping.
It could have been a lot worse. All right.
None of us have gone down.
That's true.
yeah, we're looking great out here.
And you
We're
saved a woman
actually
who has
doing
7 months
fine. We're
pregnant.
just-
So it's
we're
like,
just
Yeah.
really tired.
You're so
We're actually doing fine.
We're just like,
You're
Why are
really
they putting
sleepy.
super pregnant people out on the line of battle?
hey, you know, that signing bonus.
I forgot about that. I blocked that from several hours ago.
All right, perfect. And then it is going to be D. We're going to try to attack Edie.
Sure, that's fine.
And that is an 18 versus AC.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay. That is going to be 16 points of piercing damage.
Great. I'm gonna use my reaction to reduce that.
Okay.
I reduce it by 3 plus whatever the fuck it was. I think it's 6. Features. There's too many things on my screen. Oh, it's plus 8, so I reduced that by 11. So
Okay.
That's crazy. I
That
love
is crazy.
that.
And then now I need you to make a strength saving throw. You need 10 or above to succeed. Otherwise, you are knocked prone.
How much damage did you say that was supposed to be?
16, and then
16,
so
so
if
I
it's reduced
take
11,
5.
so it'll be 5. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. My strength saving throw is garbage, though.
Is it below 10?
It's super below 10. Oh, but I have not used my help action. No, but that's probably just for actions.
Hold on. You do have a D6 from my pole dance.
That's true. Okay.
Stop
God.
it.
Oh, see, I don't want to use that. Here's the thing, though. Is I
it.
rolled badly
Like, I
enough.
don't want it. Yeah.
I have to actually get a 6. I have a 4 right now.
Do it.
I rolled a 2.
You're just gonna
I
roll a
added
6.
2.
You're just gonna roll.
I rolled a 4, so I'm hanging out
Damn.
at 8.
All right, you are knocked prone, which is a fun place to be
Not great.
It's
with this
super fun.
giant creature and
I don't know
mouth.
if I'm allowed to be knocked prone as a monk, actually. I'm gonna read my sheet.
And I am so sorry, I forgot to add this little detail here. If the target is killed by this damage, it was absorbed by the mouther. That means it just instantly dies. So that woman would have instantly died had I been a better dungeon master and read the full sheet. But because I didn't, she's fine. She's okay.
Remember when we were talking earlier? That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. That's. I was like, I think I'm actually those are 5 of the creatures you guys are gonna be fighting tonight. Is the ones that instantly kill you if you go down. Okay. After that is Foxglove. Foxglove.
Okay.
You are safe from the radius. So you're good.
Is it only when I start my turn in it, or?
Yes. Yeah. Only when you start turning it.
Okay, cool. Because then I have a range of 10 feet, so I'm just gonna pop in, attack, and then pop back out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll to hit. Oh, that's a 16 plus 6. I think that'll do it.
Absolutely.
And then just 1d10. 7 radiant damage.
7 damage. Okay, so E. It is barely alive.
And then I'm actually gonna move. So I moved 5 feet. I'm gonna move maybe like around to the side. So, oh no, you guys have it covered. I'm just gonna step back. It's fine. I don't want to go near Bayless, so
Why?
I'm gonna stay back here.
All
Just
right.
casually pull
They're like,
the
wait a
hood
second.
up over my
They
cloak.
look familiar. Yeah.
Incredible.
All right, and then after that is going to be your allies. So this guard right here is going to. This should take a step back. This guard is going to go ahead and do their wisdom saving throw. Get a 14, totally fine. We're going to do their attack. They actually miss with an 8. Next guard is going to go and get a 5 with their wisdom saving throw. So that is going to mean I'm going to roll this d8 to see what they do, and that is a 7. They're gonna hit a creature that's near them. They're gonna roll up to Varen, and they're gonna go ahead and try to strike at Varen. And that is a 6. Does nothing. Varen just like slaps away their spear, and then Varen will go ahead and do their own wisdom saving throw. Now, if they get controlled, that's a 6. They fail. All right, so let's go ahead and see.
This might actually be a slight problem.
There's an
Yeah.
enemy near him, so
That is a 3. Okay,
There's plenty of options.
On a 1 to 4, the creature does nothing, so they just forego their turn, as
Okay,
they just have a mental sort of like shutdown for the brief moment, and then after that is Zeke.
Moros can get E, so I'm gonna Eldritch Blast D. Yeah, Zeke is gonna be like, "Hey, can we be done now? Can we be done? And with the getting with the drinks and everything?" And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast D for a 19.
Absolutely hits. Hey, you said D or E?
D.
D. Okay,
D
so that's 9.
for 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, solid hit. And then anything else for you?
I'm going to no, I'm good.
Okay.
You know what? Just because he's bored, Zeke's gonna move here.
Sure. Yeah. Just take a side step as you're like waiting, and you're like,
He's gonna he does a little sidestep, and it's just like,
Amazing.
my
There's like a
fingers are-
bloodied menu from the local restaurant. They're just like, oh, you know, like
Oh, is that
Examining.
Can Zeke and I be just like
Bottomless
looking
horses.
up like taverns to go to in the
Right.
back because we're back
Just
here in
on
the back.
Yelp.
yeah,
In
it's
the
like
back untouched, just
tacos.
like okay, so
Hell
I'm
yeah.
10 cent
starving.
wings. They have 10-cent wings.
That
I
sounds
could go
so
for
good
that.
right now. Oh my
Let's
god.
go.
All right, and then after that is Edie. Edie, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't like either of these D20s right now. Okay, that one's fine. That's a 22.
You're good. Yeah. Go ahead and take your full turn. You are prone, so if you want to spend your half your movement to stand up, you can do so.
I will stand up. I think my prone bullshit doesn't kick in till later.
Later.
Which is fine. So yeah, I'll use half my movement to stand up. And then yeah, I'll just keep trying to hit the thing in front of me. Wow. That is a 25 to hit, so that feels
Yep.
pretty good. That is 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Is it still up?
It's still up. Barely.
Fuck
but
this
still up.
thing! Flurry of blows!
Kill
God
it,
damn
kill
it!
it, kill it. We need to go eat.
Yeah, okay. That's a 10 to hit, which feels
Yep,
bad,
hits.
but it does. And that's a 14 to hit, that also feels bad. I'm gonna need... My Edie dice sets are fucking cursed.
She's having a bad day.
She is. She's not having a good time.
We're all having a bad day.
We
in the desert.
Edie is legitimately finally starting to be like, all right, maybe this isn't great. That is 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Do you want to describe how you kill this creature?
I just take the butt of the spear, not even the pointy part, and it just jams through one of the eyeballs. Just clear through.
You just like rotate it so that way it makes a
Yeah.
bigger gap and everything. And then, okay, perfect. And then after that, it's going to go to dead E. So E is going to look to yeah, E is going to go to Moros, and they're going to go ahead and try to bite at him. With a 17, let me look at Morris's sheets. Let me see if they have. Okay, they do hit. So, with that, they're going to go ahead and roll their damage, which will be 17 points of damage. Morris goes down.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And then, perfect. All right. So because their player is not here, they will not die. But they would have died.
So they would have died?
Yep, they absolutely would have died. Instantly.
saves?
No saves or anything. Just instantly.
I didn't realize that Moros has been taking that much damage.
I did not realize you taking that much damage either. That's crazy.
And then, okay. So you can all tell, then that they survived by not being here somehow. And then they will have to make their death saving throw. So let's go and roll a natural one. And then, so death saving throw will be a 17, which is great. So they got one success. And then,
Yeah, can you healing word?
And then after that,
Edie is absolutely prepping to like fucking haul ass.
and then Harrison, it is your turn. Yep, you're good. Yeah.
Yeah, Harrison seeing that go down is gonna go ahead and let's go throw a second level healing word. Moros. So 10 points of healing.
What's your healing word?
Yeah, what's the word?
You're like pickles.
Aw.
And then
I died. Well, get up! Get up!
amazing. All right, and
He
then
didn't see it coming.
He can't see without his
10.
glasses.
Oh God!
amazing.
Why don't you just start
You haven't
bringing
given
up
up on
our
anything in
tax
your
while
life
you're
for
at
us.
it?
Oh my god. Okay,
Our
no
tax, you're sinking.
bonus.
terrible.
And I guess action crossbow. That's a double deuce. 22 at E
Absolutely.
for a shiny 5 damage.
5 damage. Let me check really quick. Do you want to describe how you kill this creature?
Yes.
So he says, Morris, no, why? And as Morris is getting up, and I imagine Morris has a sword in his hand, and they're like thrusting up, and the arrow somehow connects with the sword, and it like shatters the arrow, splintering it. I don't know, like magical shit. And
Magical shit.
that's magical shit happens, and Harris cheers.
Amazing. That worked. Hey,
Are you
that's
still dancing on the
Yeah,
top?
he's still on the
column.
roll. It's just like a one-handed crossbow shot. Like, oh,
You try to make trick shots when you don't really
Crying,
need to at
dancing
all.
on the column and shooting.
Oh my
Sad
God.
working.
one leg up.
That
like,
works.
That's amazing. All right.
Throwing it back, so sad.
Harrison is now every girl I've met in a drunk bar bathroom.
Yes.
So good.
So real. And they're so real for that.
All right, let me go ahead and remove some of these pages here. That's good. All right, perfect. So in this time, what you find is that in the aftermath, the alarms stop shortly after you guys' battle. And you see that you guys are all covered in this gore from these creatures. You huff and you puff as you're like kind of like shaking, more than likely, from this battle, because these were not normal creatures. These weren't beasts that were on the road or anything like that. This was something extremely deadly and otherworldly. Maybe you've encountered demons before, but probably this is your first time, coming into such close contact with them, and you recognize that both Moros and also this guard would have died immediately from these creatures had you guys not intervened and been there to be able to assist. And Varen kind of also wipes the gore from their sort of like mouth and everything like that. And looks, you guys are like, going to get into the gates. We're going to close them, and we'll get you guys medical aid immediately. I will not forget this, and thank you, so much for your aid. As they kind of look you guys over, and when I say look you guys over, they're gonna look really quick over you guys with a.
So,
Oops.
point of interest: was it always an option just to get inside the gate? And we didn't nearly have to lose the lives of our friends and this very pregnant woman.
I mean, they live. We saved their lives.
Amazing.
We saved the life of this very pregnant woman.
And
We saved 3 lives this day, apparently.
Which you went, she was 0 HP and went back to full health. So you cleared her high cholesterol. She's like better than she was when she entered this fight. So it's great. So in this time, what happened is that as Varen tells you, like, get in the gates and everything like that. If we didn't stop them here outside, they would have damaged the actual gates. And then who knows what the next wave of demons would have been. Unfortunately, this is a way of life for us. We just frequently encounter these creatures. And then yeah. So then at this point, you guys all get rushed sort of into town, and you arrive to Bazzoxan, for better or for worse. Actually, let me put your guys' tokens over there, and let me see here.
I'm just gonna
And
throw it out there. All those the B squad is out there drinking Mai Tais and having chicken wings right now.
you do
I
see them
guarantee it.
drinking
Yes,
Mai
but-
Tais and eating chicken wings.
We have the thrill of a job well done, Harrison.
We saved a very pregnant woman.
That
Amazing.
we did.
Okay.
Can
let
you
me
name
see.
it? Can you name this child after our collective group? Mate?
We don't have a group name.
I was like, please don't do that.
You're like, I think I'm gonna name them Bill as
Okay, don't do that either. There's got to be a middle ground.
There we go. Okay, and then all right, perfect. So in this time, you end up getting through and seeing Bazzoxan. Let me go ahead and check this all out really quick. Bazzoxan hums with activity. People are cleaning up debris from the last attack. They're immediately tending to the injured of the soldiers that were just, in these battles, and ones that were in battles past and everything. They're performing the last rites for the dead and repairing fortifications immediately after all this is like sort of settled down, and they're just preparing for that next incursion. The gibbering mouthers seem to be a very common threat for this area, as there's just like, they're just removing the mouthers that were able to get bypass defenses and get into the actual city, and they're being like hauled out and thrown or burned or whatever the case might be from this sort of situation. It definitely seems like a very grim sort of town. Life is not easy here by any means, and still, despite everything, there is life here. As you see, the settlement is filled with people, shop owners, there's infirmaries, there's an orphanage as well, actually a very prominent orphanage that you see here, and then let me see here. One of the most prominent things you see here seems to be a 30-foot deep pit, and it's lined with silver blades, and it just seems very gnarly. There's like OSHA sort of regulated, kind of like gates around here to ensure that no one kind of like goes through or anything, but they're still here, and yeah. So one of the first things that you guys experience here, as like you see that Viren, you're waiting to sort of talk with them as they're like talking to the soldiers, getting a damage report about what all's happening here, and as you see, there is the other group, your rivals, and it seems like Callister and Lucia have been like grievously sort of wounded, and you see that they've all kind of like had a very haggard sort of experience, but they're being tended to. They're still alive, and they're just like really like deeply wounded. Does anyone have an insight of like 15 or higher?
Nope. Mine's 14.
14? Okay. All right. So what you guys kind of like examine here is that you guys made it through this, and how your characters feel about each other is up to you guys. It seems like, at least from that narrative, you guys are a unit, a group that have worked together, and it was a hard-fought battle, but you did it together, and you complemented each other well. The other group, however, didn't seem to have that similar experience. They seem to be kind of infighting and arguing with one another, and Esteban is like kind of like calming things down as best as possible, but it definitely seems there's a lot of tension within their sort of group, and their morale is like shattered right now. But they're doing their own thing. They're tending to their own, and all that kind of stuff. And eventually, Varen becomes available, as they don't have a purpose to talk with you, so they simply just are surrounded kind of like by advisors and everything. As they take off their helmet and they kind of chat with them as they walk through sort of town. Would you like to let them be, or would you like to stop them for a moment and kind of like?
I imagine if they're trying to like check in with their people and their town and stuff like that, we probably I think my gut would be to like keep them within like line of sight, so that way we can, like, when they have a moment, have a conversation, but I wouldn't want to interrupt it.
I think he's saying like that happened, and then there's like a moment if we want to.
Got it. Okay.
Now, I will tell you this, as your benevolent dungeon master, that this settlement is very fortified. Despite the damages and everything like that, they have a routine, they know what they're doing, and they have enough soldiers to be able to defend themselves. So if you wanted to be like, you know what, let's take a long rest and then we'll go ahead and meet with this person, you could absolutely do so. You're in the safety of this community and everything. Or if you want to just like get to the point and talk to them right away about the situation, this is an opportunity for you to sort of do so. But they seem to be a military officer, so going to the main sort of barracks or military compound would be the most reasonable place to find them later if you needed to. Yeah.
Gotcha. If our choices are rest or continue to story, I would vote for a rest.
Yeah,
I
think
that one we
Why?
should do.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Zeke, I heard you were talking about drinks.
I mean, drinks is also resting, right?
Yeah.
according to the rules, a long rest does include just like doing restful activities. So
Yeah, it's not actually
You
necessarily
like crochet,
like fully
and you,
sleep,
like-
yeah.
Yeah. At the very least, we need a short rest.
Also, food. Yeah, and we might be able to hear some rumors at the local tabernacle. Is it tabernacle? Do they call them tabernacles?
No, that's a religious.
That's a
Ow.
religious.
No, tavern is the word you're
Tavern.
looking for.
Tabernacles. Gotcha.
Nope, just taverns.
Oh,
So
just
amazing.
okay.
All right, so, yeah, you head to the local inn, and let me see here, which is the Ready Room. A large barn with a steeply pointed roof looms over the battered structures near the center of town. Over the double doors hangs a sign that bears the tavern's name, the Ready Room, in Undercommon, Orc, Goblin, and Cobbin. Yeah, you find that this area is filled with patrons. This seems to be one of the main sort of like areas that people flock to when the bells are rung. So a lot of people are just dispersing from the actual tavern at this point to go back to their lives and everything. The morale in this town seems to be kind of like steady. They're not downtrodden, so much. It seems to be just a way of life. Children are like, wow, I wonder how many demons the guards slew, and I can't wait to become a guard one day. And then they all just kind of like chat about all these things. The Aurora Watch is so cool. Like, oh my gosh, is that Varen? Like, look at their glaive. It's so awesome. And then they kind of like just all like super just fawn over their, leader of the Aurora Watch here. And they'll kind of do their thing. Yeah. And you find... yeah, and then you find that in this tavern is Bill, who has like just kind of separated sort of from the group, and is just like taking a hearty, heavy drink, and it's just like, hit me with another one, as they're trying to like just drink to get rid of the situation. They pay you no mind, as they, maybe they notice you, but they don't care. They're just like focusing on trying to quell the voices within their mind. And then, but you guys are here. You have more than enough gold to be able to, or money, to be able to stay the night. It seems to be 2 silver, and food is, only a couple copper and everything like that. So you have more than enough resources if you'd like to take a long rest or a short rest, whatever the case might be.
Yeah, I think a long rest and a little celebration is in order.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
think so. Do we? What's on the menu for tonight? Can we get some food, some drinks, some?
Yeah, there's a
Carry-
tankard. A tankard of beer costs 1 copper. A bowl of mushy rice and overcooked fish costs 2 copper, and that seems to be the main sort of food that they have here. Nothing too fancy. There's hot sauce, so that's it.
And you can fix anything with hot sauce, so.
Bazzoxan Pete
Yeah.
is what you have, and then that we can just like.
Is there a karaoke booth set up, or what's
If there
going
is, I'm leaving. Edie will walk right out if there's karaoke.
Well, I don't think there's but it is a tavern, so you could. I'm assuming there's some place to play music.
I'm assuming there's people like doing. There's a difference between drunk people on the floor just singing, and there's a stage where there's shit like organized.
You definitely do see that they are looking for a new bard to be able to hire. And you definitely recognize that there was a bard that like died from a gibbering beast recently and was hauled out, and they just put the sign up.
No.
Yeah. Other than that, you do end up seeing that there is a tiefling that is in this area, and they're lounging around at the Ready Room, and she always has a smile on her face, or at least like since you've been here, you clocked her, walking through town, you clocked her in this place, and as you're like talking with the owner to be able to set up rooms or whatever the case might be, she's still there, and she eyes you guys, and she just smiles and kind of giggles a little bit as she eats her sort of overcooked fish and slathers it with hot sauce. But does not approach unless you approach.
I'm sorry. Is she just like smashing on this overcooked fish and staring us down?
Yeah, it seems like it's a great day for her. It's like totally super chill for her, everything's cool, and she just like greets everyone with way too much optimism and way too much for the like everyone. This is a way of life for everyone, but they understand, like they're reading the room, like hush children, let the clerics work, and like the priests are doing the rites for the dead and everything like that. But this person is just like, the sky is beautiful today, isn't it? And they're like, yeah, and then they just kind of like go about the thing.
Okay, I mean that is a little bit weird.
I think
Yeah, we're all seeing this, right?
yeah. I think Zeke seeing this is like gets a beer and walks over to her and is like, "Well met, traveler. You seem to be a bit happier than everybody else here.
Okay.
What's up with that?"
She stands and like has a mouthful of food, and she like gives you a finger to be able to give her a moment and everything like that. After that, she swallows hard, and she gives a little awkward of a bow, and then goes like, "Tell me you feel it too," as she gives you a grin. And she goes, "My comrades don't, but I do. The history surrounding this place, the romance of the heroes fighting against impossible odds, sacrificing everything for the sake of defending the world, all done for people who would never know them, never think of them, never be able to thank them, simply because it was the right thing to do. And ages later, we now see it here in the Aurora Watch, somehow doing the same thing, and they don't even know it," as she just, is in awe of the situation and tries to relay it to you.
Yes. Well, thank you.
And as you try to like maybe step away or like turn away or whatever, she steps in your like sort of path and everything, yeah. And she goes, I tend to call this like cyclical nature of history, like a mythic resonance and all that kind of stuff. And I believe it's it takes monumental courage to be able to leave an impression on this world. And she goes, do you want to see my sketchbook? I made like a bunch of sort of sketches of all this sort of research I've done in this area and areas beyond this, as she's very eager to show you this.
I'm not so much a research person. Foxglove, that might be more your territory than mine.
Foxglove is in the back of the group with their hood up and like maybe a scarf over their face too, just like really trying not to feel like be noticed. And then just gives like a very deep sigh, does not want to talk to this person, but will reluctantly step up and look at these notes and see if I can, if I'm familiar with the history of this place at all, if I can
Let me
see
just
what I
roll
can
a
remember.
secret die really quick. Nope, you're good. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right.
I don't like that.
Perfect. So you go up and look at the sketchbook?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. And again, the way I play is you cannot get lower than your passives. Either your passives are your default, but you can roll higher than that. So if you're making an active roll, if you get lower than your passive, just use passive.
Okay, my passive is 16.
Okay. So with the 16, you look through this.
Well, let me see if I. Oh, I also rolled a 16. So.
Okay. So out of the kindness and respect for this individual, you go ahead and look through the sketchbook, which it feels okay because your hands are still maybe shaking from that last battle, and this is something to distract you, like an oddity to just like, take your mind off things. You do end up finding that there is a sketch of an island that's bathed in moonlight of Catha and Rudius, which is like the moons and everything. And the island is covered with trees, marble pillars, and crystal shards. And it definitely seems familiar. It resembles that final chamber that you guys were in the Emerald Grotto. As you turn the page, you end up finding that there's a rough drawing of what appears to be a more elaborate version of the Jewel of Three Prayers, the item you have. It's not the item you have, but it seems to be a superior version of it. Like what it, it's larger and has three delicate spires inlaid with stones. And then, lastly, you end up finding that there is a symbol that depicts a long-haired woman that is peering in the distance. And I need you to make a religion check. DC 12.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't make it. I rolled a 7, but I'm gonna use one of my inspos, I think. Okay, that's better. That's 18.
Okay, you're good. At first, it looked like a stupid woman, but then you recognize it's Avandra, the Changebringer.
Who's this dumb bitch?
Now you recognize that it's actually the holy symbol of Avandra, the Changebringer. And you find that question explained. Oh yeah, and then she goes like, this was actually taken from a wall carving within the Betrayer's Rise. It's fascinating, isn't it? As she is so excited to be able to you're the only person it seems like to be interested in her drawings and all that kind of stuff, and that you're actually really intent in focusing, sort of on this. And there's a little bit more to the sketchbook, but that's the main things you kind of gather because they're 30 pages. So these are the most important things that you found in these 30 pages. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna thank her. I'm gonna say thank you for letting me look at this. I'm very interested in history. Where did you do your research for this, or is there basically I just want to ask her where she's done her research, or if we can get more information from her.
Yeah, for sure. So they essentially tell you we're on an expedition, and then we're just traveling. The main reason I signed up was to be able to get a more intimate experience with history and understand all these legends and mythos, and kind of see what I can find here, kind of like an archaeologic standpoint and everything. But my companions are absolutely not in the same sort of realm as me. They just kind of excitement over introspection and everything. And what was your insight?
I didn't roll, but my passive is only an 11.
11? You meet it. You find that Question is hiding something. She didn't introduce herself. My name is Question. It's good to meet you. And
her name is Question.
Her name is
Her
Question.
name is Question. Yep. And then and she goes ahead and says, or she seems like she's hiding something. But she kind of goes well, you came to the right place to explore history, because there's so much here to glean from and everything. And goes are you a fellow expedition coming here to look at relics and the Betrayer's Rise and everything that's happening here?
Something like that.
I'm just a scribe. I wouldn't call myself a historian, but fascinated by the subject. What group did you say you were with? What expedition are you with?
And let me see here really quick.
I just kind of want to press her for more information, since it seems like she's hiding something.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and then she goes, well, it's just expedition to explore sort of these different areas. I guess you could say we're kind of just explorers, just we decided to get up one day and go out into the world and just wanted to check this place out, and just casual sort of stuff.
Are you with a
crazy.
Group, a university, or academy, or
a group of concerned citizens, individuals that just all have the same sort of drive and sort of purpose. Nothing too crazy. As she closes her book and retracts, and she goes, I probably said too much. And during this time, now who is here watching this? By default, Zeke and Foxglove, because you guys are the ones who canonically engaged with this scene. However, if Harrison and Edie, if you guys would like to be there as well, you can, or you can be in your own area doing your own thing, like drinking bottom mimosas. Yeah.
I would have stayed near Foxglove.
Okay.
Fuck it. I think Harrison is dancing nearby. Maybe he's listening in if he can. If not, then he's just dancing, trying to vibe out. There's not a bard here anymore. He's trying to get a job.
Have your resume, and then okay. And then what is your guys' passive perception?
Mine's only 11.
Perception.
14.
Perception. Yep.
But could I roll something
14,
since I noticed that she's hiding something? Could I roll perception or investigation? Or insight?
If you want to on Question, absolutely, yeah. So anyone who has a passive perception of 12 or higher notices there is a figure that is close to Question that is eavesdropping. They seem to be a gaunt figure in scarlet robes, and she is intently listening. And she also engages you guys, and And he goes, greetings. My name is how the fuck do you say this name? Alosia. And she goes, it's wonderful to meet you. My name is Losia. I heard your guys' conversation. I couldn't help but hear. And then and she goes like, are you guys also here to explore this sort of area? I can't imagine you came here for the cuisine or anything like that.
We're here on business.
Okay.
And a little bit of pleasure.
And make an insight check. Natural 20. You fucking
Mostly
liar.
just business, but also some pleasure. Yes.
Okay. So this woman seems very keen as she examines you, and you see her eyes clock that you are here with a purpose, and it seems to be important. But her smile is warm, and she goes, "Well, I'll just get right to the point." And I'm so sorry. I hope you don't mind. His question is about to like speak, but then like Alogia kind of like continues forward as she goes, I need a little bit of assistance to find a prayer site deep within the Betrayer's Rise. It seems like there is a place of great renown, and there could be a treasure and other things that might be valuable to you here, and I need a group to help me sort of get there. I've traveled long and far to get here, but unfortunately I haven't seen anyone worth sort of like working with to get in there. But I heard what happened at the gate, and I saw your guys' battle, and I think you guys might actually be powerful to do this. Now I will admit that I don't have as much gold as I started in my own personal expedition, but I could pay you 50 gold each for accompanying me, to this, if it is, worth your time.
When would you have to know by?
And she goes, I am here until I get this done. I'm not leaving until I get this completed. So I will work off your schedule. So please, and I know you just got off of a battle, so take all the time you need to rest and recover. And I will be here, staying at the inn as well.
But is that like 50 gold a day, or like 50 gold for like until the job's done? We don't know how long this thing's gonna take. Like 50 gold, it sounds great, but
persuasion check.
Okay.
Do I recognize this woman or anything on her person? Like, does she seem like significant in any way? Like, does she seem like she's from a prominent family, or
24,
or someone?
Hold on, let me see here. No, she does not at all seem. She seems to be a woman, a commoner,
Okay.
if you will, a lowborn, if you will. And then with a 24, she goes.
He's full on belly dance, and he's got like the finger symbols going on.
Is that $50 a day? Is it just like?
How is this working?
It's working.
It is luck. You really are lucky.
As you're saying this and dancing, apparently, she goes, to be honest with you, I am desperate to do this, so I am willing to increase the amount needed to a fair bit. Now, I have my limits, admittedly. What would entice you on this? Please, just say what you can, and I'll see if I can, if it can meet my budget at all. You're like, one moment, as you're like all.
He's just like spinning around. 75 a day, 75 a day, 75 a day, 75 a day. That's right.
I mean, should we figure out who this woman is, like, before we agree? Also.
I mean, I feel like we've taken lesser jobs for less, so.
Right, but I feel like this may be related to what we're trying to do, and I want to know if it's opposed to what we're trying to do.
Well, we haven't talked to
Yeah, so let's.
Baron yet.
Hi, Alosia. We're gonna take a little huddle. Just give us 1 second.
The dancing.
Oh, cool. There's pictures of them. Okay, let me get you those pictures really quick. Let me do that really quick. I'll show stream as well. Okay, let me see here.
I guess the question is like, what if the two jobs align and then we could wait, are we even getting paid for the other thing? I think we're just doing it out of the kindness of our hearts, right?
As we're the
Yes.
chosen ones.
Yeah. Well, let's. I think we deserve to
feel-
get paid a little.
Let's
If I'm-
keep it down and maybe until we're in our room before we discuss.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I thought we were in huddle.
There you go. That's
I
what they
do
look
also
like.
think I do also think we weren't doing the other thing out of the goodness of our hearts. It was that if we don't do it, just the other ones were gonna go do it, and we didn't trust that. I feel like that was more.
That was
Of
more.
what
It
was
was a little
going
bit of
on.
both. It was a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Yeah. It's a spite quest, I think.
These
but
these images, this is not what I was expecting for these individuals. that
Not
we were
at
talking to.
all.
wait, where are these?
Oh,
Oh, they look a little.
the little one's so goofy. I love it. That looks like someone who would be named Question. Or would introduce themselves as Question and then be like, that was not right, I got flustered, but I can't fix it now. So
Amazing. And then hold on one second. Let me see here. I'm so sorry. So Question is a different character. That is a character you're going to meet very soon, hopefully.
Okay.
But if not, then let
I
me
feel
go
like
and get
canonically
you.
it's gotta be this now. It's just
Right?
This
Yeah.
question.
Right.
We just
There-
gotta switch this with whoever it
It was
was.
2 questions.
I mean, they're still great. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and get
This isn't Terabang, so
Yeah.
So let me move this over. And then we
This
can-
is upside down question.
Right, Gunta.
A pretty good time. There you go. Let's see here. So this is Question. There we go. So Question is a young tiefling, sort of female, and and this other individual you haven't seen yet. Let me go and see them really quick. Yeah, cool. All right, awesome. So she goes, okay, and you said 75 gold.
Per day, I believe, and then there is also our per diem, which is like 100 gold overall.
So she ends up laughing at this. It is the first time she seems, calm, cool, composed, controlled in her mannerisms, always trying to portray a warm sort of thing, even though there's a slight bit of something else there, very too keen, too observant. But now she genuinely chuckles and she goes, that is a fine joke. But I understand that you are, I am desperate. And the supply and demand, and you have what I need and everything. I can offer you each 75 gold to be able to help out. Not per day, unfortunately. I don't have that much wealth. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't even be here in the situation. But I can absolutely promise you 75 gold each for the completion of this.
Okay, yeah, that's totally fair. I wasn't trying to bend you over backwards. This is a negotiation, baby. He's still dancing. We just gotta figure out what's the right tune that we're dancing to, you know?
Edie
This
is
is-
rotated so she cannot see any of
This
the
is the face of our party. This is our party face. This is what we're
This is
presenting
our
to the
party
world.
face, 100%.
This is who we are presenting. This is our image to the world. A belly dancing Harangon who calls everyone baby.
Negotiator. Zeke is the seducer.
And does anyone
These
This
have...
is our
two
good. This is our
options.
good cop, bad
These
cop.
are our
It's-
two options.
it's
Goofy
good cop,
as
sexy
fuck, or
cop.
trying to seduce you.
You guys should have died from the gibbering mouthers.
It's
Yeah, I'm
it's
wishing I
Bugs
had.
Bunny or Lola Bunny. Those are our options.
Yeah, there you
Oh
go.
my
There you go.
God.
Oh,
So,
those are great options.
does anyone have a passive investigation of 15 or higher, or perception?
A passive perception, yes.
Investigation 16.
16. Okay. So for you, Foxglove, what you notice is that this individual knows their stuff. Like Elogia seems to really be keen in the ways of the arcane, seems to carry a grimoire and trained in these different sort of ways, and seems to wear fine clothing. Game recognizes game. She seems to be, I don't know, of nobility, of a merchant, whatever the case might be, but they actually do have money. They're not bluffing about that. They could actually pay you a good fee for your services. That's no lie at all. For Edie, you said you had a passive perception of 15?
Yeah, passive perception of 16.
16, okay. You recognize that there is a lost photo, a missing person photo on the wall by the tavern board. As you look to it, you end up finding that it is very reminiscent of someone you know. You can't quite clock it at all, but it definitely seems that there is a noble woman that has gone missing. And yeah, but you don't quite
but can't quite. It's like not a good enough image to be like, I know definitively who this is. It's just like it feels familiar.
Very familiar, yeah.
Okay.
If you want to check it out more, you can do an investigation check to see if you can hit the DC sort of for it. Otherwise, you can just
I'm gonna wander over to it and take a closer look at it. And if I still can't figure it out, I am gonna remove it from the wall.
Okay.
I'm doing an investigation.
Yep.
That is, I have a +0, so I'm glad I rolled a 17.
A 17. You can't clock it. It seems so familiar to you. You walk over to it, and you said you take it off of the
Yeah,
board?
I'm gonna take it off the wall and like tuck it in my bag so I can show it to some people later and be like, hey, this is itching a part of my brain that I can't figure out. Help me.
Yeah, you
Well,
kind of.
Oh, I was just gonna say, while she's doing that, I want to try and keep this person talking to us so that she's a little bit like not facing the direction of Edie.
Sure. And then okay. And in this time, any questions you have for Elogia or for Question? Once again, Question is this bubbly, like young, bright-eyed sort of historian. It seems like Elogia is this businesswoman who needs to get into this prayer site within the Betrayer's Rise.
Do they seem like they know each other? Like, are they part of the same group, or Elogia just was like, I overheard. I have.
Yeah. Does this feel like a setup? They're like, oh, since you happen to be here having this conversation.
Let me check. Let me see. All right, there we go. No. It seems like Question is definitely showcasing their self-esteem issues as she has been overpowered by this other figure, and she's kind of like politely backing off sort of to her table to kind of like eat her food and kind of watch you guys sort of do your thing. Every so often she tries to sort of interject to be able to add some sort of history, fun fact or whatever, but then gets shut down as you guys are like, twerking or like, talking business or
twerk negotiations,
exactly,
as it were.
Yep.
And then, are there a lot of inns in this town, or does this seem to kind of be like the main?
This is the only inn, yeah. So this is and you guys are in. Let me see here.
It's a ready room, right?
Yeah, the ready room. So you are in B7. So that is going to be. You guys are over here, in this building right here. So
sort of in the center.
Yeah, what happens is that Bill, drunk, paying attention to what's happening here, swaggers over.
Fucking Bill.
And
Fucking
goes,
Bill.
like, we gotta go there anyway. So like, if they're not gonna do it, I'll absolutely do it with my group. We're just as competent as they are. As he like kind of has his mimosa and then kind of staggers. And she goes, "Oh, I'm not familiar with. Are you guys associated with one another?" As
No, we're not.
And then he goes like, "Yes, we are. We're on that whole journey to be able to get over here."
I'm gonna slap a hand over his mouth. I'm gonna try and shut him up.
Okay, you do so. He makes no resistance.
Let's get you to a room. You seem like you've had a lot to drink. Let's get you some water. Let's get you some food, Bill.
Amazing. And then you push him away, and he goes, and Elogia goes like, well, please, when you make your decision, let me know. I will be here, unfortunately, for another night, and quite a few nights until I find a group to be able to help me get to that site. And I'm so sorry for interrupting you, and I hope you enjoy your meal, and I hope to talk to you soon. As she gives you a polite sort of, nod, and then a smile as she goes back to her meal and eats very daintily as she goes back to her stuff. And then Question just kind of like, again, just watches you guys, kind of like waves you goodbye, and then
I'm gonna ask Question if I could copy some of her notes or borrow some of her notes.
She goes, sure, absolutely. As
Yeah.
she like hands it over. Yeah.
So I can look them over later because I want to get more info.
So to design a mimosa as a magic item. That's amazing.
Did we insight if Elogia was kind of like waiting?
You can if you want to. Yeah.
Sure, I would love to.
So that is a 18. With an 18, you recognize that Elogia is a very cold and calculating businesswoman. She seems to really have this goal in mind, and she's willing to do whatever it needs to do to get this accomplished. So you figure that you could have offered her or asked for even more money, and she probably would have said yes to it because she's that desperate to sort of get this done. But she really wants to get to this prayer site, and she would not be here if she already found a group that was able to do it. So it seems like she desperately needs your guys' help in this situation. Yeah.
Okay. I think Harrison is gonna be like, all right, guys. I think Elogia really needs our help, and we could probably get a little bit more money from them if we need, or, and I'm just saying this, I'm just throwing this out here, I'm testing the waters. We can maybe try and break into her room, get all the information they have, and then use that to our advantage.
And Bill's like, that sounds like a great idea.
Bill, you're not a part of this conversation.
Yeah, but I have my hands over Bill's ears so he can't hear us talk. Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah, brother, let's do it. He's just like super into it.
But also, we could just have a good time tonight and go to bed and talk to whoever we need to talk to.
I am a little bit suspicious of this person. But yeah, I think it would be good to know more about them, who they're working for,
What their
goal is.
do we think maybe we gotta rest at some point?
We do really need to rest.
Maybe we rest, talk to Varen in the morning, see if Varen knows anything about this Elogia person, and frankly, this Question person. And then we come back and we negotiate for a little bit more money and find the prayer site.
But tonight, do we try to sneak into either of their rooms and figure out some more information?
You're like real into this B&E aspect of it, which I'm not opposed.
I'm
wondering-
not. I don't think Question is. I think Question is hiding something, but I don't know that they're necessarily a threat. I am more concerned about Elogia's, if she's working for someone or what her motivations are.
Probably an Aarakocra.
All right.
Okay.
Just say it. Just say it.
What do you think, Edie?
I would love to know what they're not saying. I'm
Yeah.
not inclined to take a job when I know there's something being hidden. I do agree with, I think we need to rest before we do much of anything else because despite how I felt earlier after our first couple of encounters, after that one, I desperately need a drink, a snack, and a nap.
And a bath. I prestidigitate everyone.
Okay.
They're
I'm
all covered in...
momentarily offended, and then I'm like, okay.
No, because
everything.
I'm literally
Well,
covered in guts right now.
Right.
Honestly, Harrison, I don't know that that's such a bad idea. I just know if it goes wrong, it will be very bad.
Harrison, I'll go with you.
Thank you. Yeah. Well,
I mean, who's this? Are you guys the sneakiest? Yeah, probably.
it's a good question. I'm fairly sneaky. I think Zeke is pretty sneaky. Sneaking out a lot of people's rooms in the morning.
We could also ask other people around to try to get information that way.
All right, cool.
I heard a whoop on the
No, you didn't.
20.
Maybe we go discuss this in the rooms.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It was only an 8. We're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You're
mean,
good.
I think I'm definitely inclined.
I think we get some rooms so we can talk in
Yeah.
private.
I
You hear-
think we do that, and then, yeah.
Yeah, you definitely hear the sound of a creaking of floorboards as you look back and you see Ethan there and be like, "I'm pretty sneaky. What do you guys need?" As he towers over you guys, wounds, blood over them as well. Some of it his, some of it not his, and all that kind of stuff. And you see Esteban is sort of there as well, and
Ethan, oh my, you look
Oh God.
bloodied and battered. Do you need tended to?
And he's like, I actually might. It's been quite a hard battle out there that we. How did you guys fare and everything?
I took out 2 of them on my own.
He's like, did you? Wow. As he looks over.
Raise an eyebrow.
A collective eye roll from the rest of the
I just
party.
go down to whatever room it is. I just go in. I was like, I don't want to be around for whatever's about to be happening in
Amazing.
this
I
conversation.
need to put on smooth jazz into the playlist. Okay, so in this time, what happens is that they go like, I'm glad to hear you guys fared well. You all look good. It seems like Moros has seen better days, as they're just like, they have their anime bandages on them, but they're gonna be okay. And they go, well, I'm here to collect Bill, because Bill came here to decompress a bit, much needed. I hope he wasn't too much of a trouble.
Bill
And-
is sloppy. He's
Bill
very
is-
sloppy.
Bill is sloppy, and he kind of like swaggers over like, they're gonna get hired for a job and we should get in on it. They're gonna pay them 75 gold a person
Bill,
to do
you're
it,
not a part of this.
and we could do it for like 70, and they'd probably say yes to us over them. Let's do it. Also, they're talking about breaking and entering into like their place, as they're just going over there, and then they're like, okay, bud, let's go and get you down for bed. And Esteban will just be super polite and be like, I'm so sorry to bother you guys. Hope you have a great night. We'll see you in the morning. Lucia's, and he kind of looks over to Foxlove and goes like, I know Lucia's your friend. I want to let you know that she took a really hard hit, like a very hard hit, but we were able to save her, and she's gonna be okay. The priest assured us, and we're just gonna visit her in the morning once she's able to recover and everything. And then, but we'll keep you in the loop, as he gives you a genuine sort of like a hand on the shoulder to be able to like reassure you. And because also I had my minor in therapy or being a therapist, so if you need any counsel during this time, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to assist. As and then with that, he takes his party and goes to their sort of rooms. Perfect. Anything you guys would like to do here? Now, I will tell you, you're at town. Now, in the town, there are various areas you could explore. One of the major ones is the Betrayer's Ride, which is a massive sort of area. It's like a doom and gloom. That's a big old place. Other than that, you could go to Varian, which is in the sort of like, military area. Let me go to the actual... there's the gate where you guys came from, the infirmary, which is all the areas or people that have been wounded, or trying to help those who have been wounded, the barracks, a dilapidated temple, the wall of the Unforgotten, and then there's a crematorium. Are the major areas of this sort of places of interest and all that kind of stuff.
Grimtown.
Yes, exactly, yeah. And also there's the sacrificial pits that you guys came across with the razor blades.
Yeah, could I roll like religion or history on the pits? Like, what is that about?
Sure.
Like, what is?
Yeah, history or religion, whichever you want to do. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do history. I'm better at history. 18 plus 8.
Okay, yeah, that's more than enough. So with that, you find that there are sacrifice engines. There are some of the most prominent features of Bazzoxan. There's 2 of them, and they're 30 feet deep pits lined with rows of silver blades. They could be made to spin by pulling a lever at the edge of the pit. And a fun fact, a creature in the pit, while the blades are spinning, takes 8d10 damage at the start of each of its turns. In the olden days, servants of the betrayer gods threw mortals into these pits to appease their evil lords. But now the Aurora Watch herds the demons and other monsters into them to avoid prolonged battles. And this would kind of like push, the demons in there to like grind them up.
Nasty. It's a demon blender.
Yep.
I think Foxglove would want to visit the infirmary before we rest, but other than that, I'm down for if the group wants to do anything else or not.
You want to visit the infirmary while Harrison and I do dastardly deeds?
Will you guys do a little bit of crime? Maybe let's short rest before we do anything. Can we say we short rested at this tavern?
You could take a long rest if you'd like to, short rest, whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the short. We've been here for a little bit. Does that count as a short rest?
It would be like an hour to 2 hours. So yeah, if you want to take that uninterrupted, just chill out in your rooms, cry in the shower, whatever you want to do. Absolutely, yeah.
Short rest?
Does that sound good? Like short rest? Because if we want to try anything, I just don't want us to be going in there with absolutely nothing, just in case.
I think Harrison is going to stay in the bar and keep an eye on Aloysia. Maybe
Sure.
dancing, trying to keep keep the bids up if he can get a job. Maybe
Trying to make
maybe
some
not.
money.
Yeah,
I need
of
a
course.
performance check, please.
Done.
They'll be like, get out of here, as you're like banned from the establishment.
It's got advantage. How do I do that? There it is.
That is a 14. So with a 14, not the best performance they've seen, but it's better than nothing. As they
You
do
are
often-
exhausted. It's been a long day.
He's distracted. He's keeping one eye on Aloysia, one eye dancing.
You do end up finding that there are a few civilians who remain in Bazzoxan to support the soldiers, because most of these people are like soldiers that are here, and it seems like yeah. And then most residents here are drow, but there are some goblins, hobgoblins, bugbears, orcs, and others as well. Now, this is a weird thing to say, but Foxglove, you're not used to this at all. This is something very jarring sort of to you a little bit, to see so many goblins, hobgoblins, bugbears, orcs, and all that kind of stuff. In Jagao, it was also kind of a culture shock to see all that kind of stuff, but here it seems to be an overwhelming. A drow, yep, yeah. And all that kind of stuff. So, because I'm doing my research on your backstory, so I'm going to tell you how it is, and yeah. So, and yeah, so in this situation, you take a short rest. Go ahead and recover anything you need to. And then who goes to the bottom floor, if any, to do anything?
What is the bottom floor?
Like the top floor will be the rooms where you guys rest in.
So we rested in our rooms, and then if we want to do anything now after that.
Oh, gotcha. No, I think Harrison stayed down, and did not short rest.
Oh, you did not short rest. Okay, that works. So in this situation, you are throwing it back, and all the while barely breaking eye contact from Elosia. And Elosia's like, you know what, maybe 50 gold down.
Actually, I remember something I want to do while we're
Yeah,
resting. If Edie has that poster, can we look at it together? Can I also try to investigate it?
Sure. So during that scene, you said you were focused on, Elosia and everything, not trying to get out of your sight or anything like that. So Edie, would you have revealed it openly to the group, or just like, or
Yeah.
are you trying to hide it at all? Because
I imagine once we're like in rooms and we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
the other group, probably like knowing that Foxglove was like actively trying to distract from the fact that I was taking this thing, I would pull it out and be like, it's like something. This feels familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on it, and I will turn it and I will show whoever is not. I guess Harrison's throwing it back downstairs, so
Whoever's up here with
I don't know if
us.
Zeke is with us or if it's just me and Foxglove, but
I'm with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're all resting, I think.
all right. So
Sure. So you see that this document is a missing person sort of poster for the information leading to the discovery of a Dwendolyn sort of noblewoman that has gone missing, 2,500 gold that is being here and everything, and it seems to be a young sort of like woman, very sort of a noble, fine clothes, looks like so gosh dang familiar, but you can't place it. And Foxglove,
is this like Tangled, where the missing persons posters just has like one thing glaringly wrong about it, and so it's throwing it
they
off?
have the odd thing is they have glasses, and you just don't know anyone who wears glasses. And
Oh, we're
then
Clark Kenting it. Perfect.
and Foxglove, you clock it immediately. You know exactly your worst nightmare. And everything that's here. That was when you had a different hairstyle. You changed a lot of stuff about.
Is it
you to-
accurate? Does it look like me?
It looks like how you used to look. Yeah, it definitely looks like olden days. And this area is within the dynasty, so you're getting into the controlled territory and all that kind of stuff. So it seems like messengers have gone far and wide to put these sort of posters in this area. If they went all the way here to put this poster, more than likely the deeper you go in this area, the more of these posters you're going to sort of find here. But this is so remote and so secluded that you don't feel like anyone may sort of clock this. But you look at Edie kind of really giving a hard look at this poster and trying to figure out like what this is about, especially that 2,500 gold. It's like whew.
I feel like I should roll something to not immediately give myself away.
It's up to you. Yeah, you can do a
Because
deception
I feel
check
like
to like keep it together and like
I feel
or
like
performance. Sure.
I feel like Foxglove would not have it together.
And do you all have one room, or is it separate rooms? Because it's like 2 silver a night for so there's more than enough. You have more than enough funds to be able to.
Like Edie's fine sharing a room with somebody. I imagine with how much
Yeah.
like she and Foxglove have been traveling together, like they've shared rooms plenty. But if people were like, if you were like, let's all get our own room, I'd be like, okay. And if you're like, let's be roommates, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, I feel like we're used to like sharing rooms
Yeah.
together to like save on gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll, although I don't even think I need to because I have a -1 charisma.
And I've got a not bad passive insight, so
Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
your
that's-
passive insight?
my passive insight is 14.
14. All right, you got to beat a 14 or higher to
Yeah, I rolled an 11.
11. All right.
Cool.
You recognize that Foxglove is deeply sort of like unsettled sort of by this. And they don't usually get that way. They usually get that way when they're guilty or like what have you. And also they're trying to they're making this expression that's now very similar to the poster that is sort of here. And
I imagine it's that gif of Fry. I think I kind of squint my eyes at you a little bit, and then I look back at the poster, and I look back at you, and I went, there is a moment where I'm like holding eye contact, and I'm like, it's probably nothing, and I fold it and I put it back in my pocket.
perfect. Do you want to do a history? Are you proficient in history check?
No.
Okay.
I am not proficient in history.
All right. Well, it says, for the 2,500 gold leading to the discovery of Marquise Phelan Dwindle, which is the only child of Duchess Silvana Rathmore. And
You absolutely picked a hell of a family to be from. Oh my god. Oh, that's...
I'm not in the main family.
Oh my Jesus.
I'm like a cousin.
Oh my fuck. All right.
I think does Edie make a reaction like that?
No,
because I think that would be funny.
Okay. I have to think about this. If there's a name fully on it along with this picture where I was like,
go to do a deception check if you're trying to keep your composed together for your actual feelings.
I failed already, but I'll try again.
Because everyone knows of the Dwindling Empire, and they're
even worse.
And so for everyone's general knowledge, the Dwindling Empire is a very authoritarian sort of like empire. They do not like goblins or orcs or any of these other sort of creatures. They're very much about a certain class of sort of people and everything like that. So this is they're a big bad family and everything. Very powerful as well. Now that's just for everyone players' knowledge, not character knowledge and everything like that. So does Edie try to compose themselves?
I think I'm having this reaction because I'm like,
I know.
Lord.
I was really excited
just
for you to have this reaction.
Oh my fucking Christ! I
want to remind everyone I have not seen Critical Role.
No, you're good. Yeah.
I was just like D'Angelo. I want to be from a big bad family. I want to be from like an intense, mean.
You chose it.
House.
You chose it.
And that's why I'm laughing as much as I am. I don't think this if. Just because you were like, I accidentally made like a very intense choice, and so seeing what that is now as a player is hilarious. I think Edie, having finally like made, I think was more interested in picture and 2,500, and then made the connection that this is Foxglove. And then, like, looking back down at it, like, actually finally, like, reads the thing.
You know my first name, so...
Yeah, I knew your first name. That was something that we had established outside of the game, is that I was like, oh, yeah, I'll know it. I just won't use it very, very specifically. But seeing that on there, too, I think I will still fold it up and try and put it in my bag and just be like, it's probably nothing.
Deception check. And then what's your passive insight, Foxglove?
Bad. 11.
11? All right, you need 11 or above.
I got a 23.
Yeah,
23.
I think so.
So this entire time I'm sitting here, and neither of them are talking, but I keep seeing like
attention. What is your passive insight?
My passive insight is 10.
10? Okay, yeah. So you definitely see that there's something like there's some interest of this sort of like wanted poster. There's a lot of money, so maybe that's why the reaction is so big. And the Dwindling Empire, so like some rich brat got like went missing, and they're trying to like find him or whatever. They're not relevant to you guys at all. And sure enough, Foxglove, you end up finding that Edie, you can't clock them. You're uncertain if she actually knows or doesn't know, but regardless, she just puts it away and makes
But I do know that I'm a bad liar and that Edie is insightful from all the time that we spent together.
And you're so
I do know that much.
You're like, is it anxiety or is it reality for like,
Yeah, Foxglove is on like very close to having a panic attack right now.
Amazing. And then all right, cool. And then anything else for that scene before we go to Harrison? Alone
Not as
downstairs.
long as Zeke is there. As soon as Zeke leaves, the situation changes.
Yeah, we all sort of just like slowly give Zeke a little side eye.
I think Zeke is like, well, I mean, if we see someone from the Sainted Empire that we could get 2,500 gold for, that would be great, but I mean, chances are that's not going to happen out here. I mean,
that's also a hell of a trek to take them back, so it's kind of a lower priority thing.
Lower priority.
Probably wouldn't
I'm gonna go
across the ocean for that or anything.
I'm gonna go check on our twerking friend.
That's probably a good idea.
See how that's going now that I've had a short rest.
We can't get kicked out of this place. It's the only
inn in town.
So gotta make sure he doesn't do anything.
I'll go downstairs to check on Harrison and our Mark
As soon as Zeke leaves, I will stand up and I will go close the door and I will turn around and like whisper yell, Wendell?
I'm not. I mean, yeah, but I left. I mean,
So who and I get like realistic, who exactly is Lucia then? I need
oh, do I have the house name of Lucia?
You
Or did you
don't.
decide what?
If she's from a lower house, I'll just say that,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I'll get you the fine details later. Because I'm still doing my research, but yeah.
I'll tell you her house name. I'm like, she's from this one. It's just like a less important noble house.
Okay. I'm just gonna get up and I'm gonna start just kind of like pacing and be like, okay, they think you're missing. Like missing. Okay. This looks potentially bad for me, right? That if people know that you and I have been traveling a bunch together and you're allegedly missing and they think something happened to you. Is this the kind of missing poster where they know you left of your own accord and this is a power play to get you back? Or is this they think something happened to you?
I would say they know that I left of my own accord, but I don't know if the poster would say that. So that's up to D'Angelo.
I don't imagine it would be on the poster.
Yeah,
but
missing any information into the discovery found. 2,500 gold, want her back. Not a wanted dead or alive poster, but a missing. Please, yeah.
Okay. As long as they know that you like left and don't think that like
they know I'm not dead.
The crazy lady with shadow magic who can just teleport didn't take you. Okay. All right. I sit back down. It's like, why didn't you tell me?
Well, I mean, because of this a little bit.
Here's difference in discovery versus it being volunteered. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. I have a lot more questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. That's very fair.
Like, it's fine. It's
kind of not, but
I'm gonna reach for it where you say it's kind of. I'm gonna reach for it. I'm just gonna like kind of like grab, not like grab, your hands, but just like I wouldn't have done anything differently. I would still be wherever it is that you would be. I just maybe the things I would have done differently would be less leaving to different parts of the battlefield during combat and maybe a little bit closer to you, because I feel it now.
I'm fine. I didn't even get hurt this whole time.
You are so
fine.
Yeah, you are super fine. Yes,
it's fine. Also, they don't know where I am, so if something happens to me, it's fine.
Those two sentences don't correlate, but
they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know. It's fine.
Okay. You're from the.
Although Lucia is a problem.
You're the yeah. She came to get you, right?
She thought she could just. She asked me to come back.
Okay.
But I mean, they didn't.
And you still don't want to go back.
God no, and they didn't put a guard on her, which is both stupid of them, but also good for me.
Do we think they know that she left and she didn't just do what you did? Like, did they send her or did she just leave to find you?
Did Lucia tell me the circumstances of her leaving?
Yeah, it was essentially
that they sent her.
Not that they sent her, but she went off to try to find you because you guys,
so she went on her own.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So there's gonna be a second missing persons poster popping up. Great.
You do find another poster. It's like for 50 gold.
Oh,
well, she's going home. She is gonna go home. She just thinks that I'm coming with her, but
okay.
But yeah,
I will back you up. Whatever it is you want to do at any point.
Thank you. Yeah, I just had to get out of there.
I can only imagine. I can't believe you're from the Dwendalian house.
I'm not in the royal family.
You're in it enough to warrant 2,500 gold. That's pretty in it.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not like, you know, I'm not. Yeah, no, you're right.
What happened to the glasses?
I got like LASIK.
Magic LASIK.
Fantasy LASIK.
When I went to the academy, which they might be looking for me too, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I sort of left and I didn't so much drop out as run away from both.
I usually have a pretty solid, don't ask a lot of questions about the jobs that I pick up, mostly for reasons like this, but then also they're usually one and done and not hang out with them for a couple of years. So I might need to revisit some of that policy.
That's fair.
Anyways, in light of all of that, at least I have the poster. It's not on the wall now. So there's that.
I don't think it's the only poster.
Probably not. But I also don't know. This is pretty out of the way, so it might be.
I think we're okay here, but I might need Zeke's disguise kit if we go deeper into the Empire. I just planned on staying on the outskirts this whole time. I didn't mean to go on a quest or anything. I didn't think it would be an issue if I just kept moving and stayed anonymous.
I imagine you were probably going to go visit Lucia here in a little bit. I was just going to let you go on your own in light of this poster being present. Would you still like to go on your own, or would you like me to come with you?
I mean, I would appreciate you coming with me if you wanted.
Okay. I will accompany you then.
Edie, I'm sorry. I should have told you.
It's fine. There are worse secrets.
I was very scared that this would come out. I really don't want to go back. So.
Well, good news. When we level up, I can teleport you with me. No.
That's good. That's good to know.
We're gonna be level 4 forever now.
Oh my god. All right. So, we're at time, but I'll leave you with this. So, and the main area, the common area for the tavern, the ready room and everything like that, you see an older sort of tiefling man. As you're everyone is actually go ahead and do a performance check really quick for me. I think you get advantage on that. Is that right?
Oh, we're talking to Harrison doing his twerking?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And at this point, I think Harrison has given let's say 10 gold to the bar just to get everybody all I don't want to say lubed up, but
you could have chosen a lot of different words, but that is one of them.
Get everybody all excited.
Oh my god.
That's a
dirty 20. All right.
A dirty Harry, if you will.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
And that's it for us tonight, guys. So, in this time, what happens that you're, performing, everyone's loving it. You make about 12 gold from your endeavors here, as people are just enjoying it and giving you guys all this sort of tips and everything like that. You see that there is Aloja that is in the bar drinking, another bottle of wine, as she doesn't have to look, charming to everyone. She kind of just seems very cold in her demeanor and seems to people watch and all that kind of stuff. Question is still sketching away, super inspired. And this individual comes up to you and goes, "Oh, hail and well met. You dance quite well. I have to admit, it's nice to see life, kind of in this tavern for a bit." As he, gives you a warm smile and everything.
Oh yeah, hail and well met. So we actually have a Patreon if you would like to. Sorry.
Give continuing donations.
Exactly, yeah. So if you want to be a patron of the arts, yeah. And he goes, "Wow, my name is Prolix, and I am a humble archaeologist from Ankharel, a city in a distant continent. But I came here because Vrox, which is like a demon, sort of like a very powerful demon, often swallow jewelry and ornamental objects, and I believe they have a few valuable items that might have been from the Betrayer's Rise, and I'd like to be able to try to get them out, But I have no experience with dead bodies, so I'd love to be able to help out getting help with this, and see if you might be available to assist me sort of in this. Now, there's a couple things that are in this situation. There's a couple corpses at the crematorium. I know I got tipped off by this from these rocks that have been killed in a recent battle. Or you can find some in the wild. Whichever way, I've heard words going around that you were able to help Varen with the threat of the gibbering mouthers, and I wanted to immediately come to you to see if you might be willing to do this.
Huh.
And all the while it's just like,
yeah, I'm just dancing. He's like, hey, listen, buddy, I can't really speak for my group, but if you're willing to give us 100 gold each, I think we could make it work.
You just take everyone's gold. All right, go ahead and do a persuasion check.
No, I don't know. Okay. I'm not gonna accept this offer. I'm sorry. That's a 22 though.
22. Okay. So with the 22, he looks and goes like, I'm sorry, I don't have that much money to offer you for this. But I will tell you, I'm looking for specific artifacts, from the Betrayer's sort of rise. And if I don't find that, whatever is in those stomachs, then you can absolutely have. And I'm sure that could sell for some bit of money. I'm absolutely certain of it, because they're attracted to different like objects of worth and value and magical in nature and everything. He was like, only if you would be willing to do so, though. And
do you happen to have like a map or something, or like?
And see, let me check here. Hold on, let me see here. Okay, yeah. And he goes, map. Yeah, I have a small map of the area. This is the settlement. As he opens up his own, personal map and showcases it to you, which is very much like the map you've seen from one of the other ones.
Gotcha. Listen, so I can't accept an offer on behalf of my group, especially one that involves us just like blindly cutting into monster stomachs without their approval, because that seems like something they might frown upon. So yeah, I'm gonna have to decline. I'm actually working right now, if you can see, and he's like just dancing.
Then he goes,
I'm still trying to keep an eye on Alosha.
like, please consider it, if you could. And a word of warning, friend. I know you're new to this area, but that woman over there, actually, slightly points over to Aloja, who immediately clocks that he's talking to you guys, or talking to you. And he goes, I would not trust her at all. She'll probably offer you a good deal of gold to be able to escort her into the Betrayer's Rise. She's a terrible woman. Do not trust her at all. I swear to you that if you work with me, you will get something out of this. I will take care of you and all that kind of stuff. But her, she will do nothing but leave you high and dry and probably dead. You're not the first group she's come to. And he was like, but please consider it, if you will. Talk to your group.
What was your name again, friend?
Prolix. It is
Prolix?
wonderful to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, of course. My name's Harrison. And then, is there anybody else in town that maybe has like an inside scoop that you know of?
Of what?
Inside scoop, like information, like is there like an orphanage where these kids just run around and they know maybe all the ins and outs of the town, or like some seedy other underbelly that I don't know, like people who know something that knows something.
It's like, oh, that kind of. I mean, yes, there are a few guards that are of the morally questionable sort of like situation that you could probably talk to. I could point you in the direction of a couple that would be willing to do things, as long as gold exchanged their hands.
Well, hold on, they don't have to be morally questionable. I just want to know if they know information. They don't have to be like bad people.
Like, oh, of course, I completely misunderstood. I actually don't know anyone like that. I'm so sorry. That was just. And he goes, you know what? I feel like you should talk to your friends about this, and then I'll be here. Please reach out if you'd like to take me up on my offer. Thank you for your time, and you have wonderful curves, by the way. As he just kind of goes back to his table.
Damn. Damn, Prolix.
Prolix, yeah.
Perfect. And then with like, you can't say that to me as like you're clapping with no hands, and then
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. All right. With that, we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's session. As you guys are in Bazzoxan, you have a lot of different things presented to you, a lot of different offers, and ultimately you need to talk to Varen to be able to see what's your contact here had sent you here to be able to obtain, especially with this artifact and everything like that. So with that, we're going to have everyone do their sort of outro, tell us who you are, where you can be found, what you're up to next, and we're going to go opposite order. So we're going to start out with Isabel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Isabel. You can find me all over the internet at Isabel is okay. And I don't really have anything going on right now, so I'm just going to plug Mutual Aid LA. If you go on Instagram and search Mutual Aid LA, they have a bunch of links for people who've been affected by the fires, both for resources and for donating and volunteering if you're in the LA area. So please check that out. And that's it for me.
Perfect. And then Benji.
Hey, I'm Benji. You can find me online at Chance47. Don't have too much else going on right now, so I'll just echo what Isabel said. I know a lot of people right now who are impacted by the wildfires and could really use some help.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Jen.
I'm Jen. I'm the Zelda around places. I stream sometimes on occasion. We just started playing Arzette, which is very fun if you're familiar with the tragedy that is the CDI games. And that's gonna be it for me. Go do the thing that Isabel and Benji said.
Amazing. And then Adam.
Hey, I'm Adam Adamas in places. I'm pretty much here just every other week, and there is something that one of my co-workers helped start is Stay in LA. It's to move TV and film productions back into LA because a lot of shit does not get shot here, and so they kind of want to get money back in to California essentially because we're a lot of shit got destroyed recently. So yeah.
Perfect. And once again, my name is D'Angelo. I want to thank you all for being here for another episode of Death March. We're excited, and we should be, I think, our next session will be the 8th, I believe it is. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you again for everything, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. Bye. Bye.